We live?
are good to go.
Okay, we're live. We're golden.
We're golden. We're live.
Damn. All right. I guess it's ready to get it. Hello, everyone. We're glad you're here. It's time to relax and have a cold beer. But before you get comfy and have a laid back, you have to get yourself a midnight snack. That's us.
Oh!
Fucking love that for no reason at all.
Yeah, it's so good. All right, what's up, guys?
Can we put jazz music to that though?
I hope so.
I'm sure. In the production.
I came up with it on the spot. I came up with it on the spot. God, I love it. We have to have some kind of intro, you know?
True.
We work best when we
on the fly kind of shit.
On the fly, yeah. Yeah. What's it called?
We
Improv?
made a whole
Improv,
universe
yeah.
in 5 minutes.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
We should introduce ourselves.
We'll start top to bottom. So I guess that's you first.
Me?
Yeah, in the
Oh.
members thing, it's you first.
Oh, okay. Well, my name's Cinnamon Roll. I'm here. Yeah, that's my name.
All right. I'm Wolfie. Hi, the host of all this shit. Yeah, that's me.
And I'm Tyler. I just work here. Minimum wage.
Do you work here? Do you actually work here?
I do.
What do you
Oh,
make?
so
What do you make?
you don't get paid,
What do you want?
bro. You don't get paid.
Wait, I don't get paid.
You're not on the payroll, I assure you.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So yeah, pretty much how this is gonna work is, you can already see on screen pretty much those are the topics we're gonna be going over. Whenever we get to them, we'll get to them kind of shit. It's gonna be dilly-dallying on some other topics, just basic, talking shit for the most part. I figured it was a good start of just going between the history of all of us. I guess I'll start my coming up to meeting all of them, or these two specifically. So originally, back in the day, I had the idea of playing, because I've always been interested in roleplay, but I never really knew how to do it. And then I found 5M, and I was like, damn, that's a lot easier than I thought to play that. So I downloaded that, and I remember the first server I joined was the Florida, was it Florida or was it like Miami RP? That was like the big one that everybody played. I don't remember. Something like that. And then I joined, and there were no locals. There was just an empty road at the airport, and I was like, bro, this sucks. And then I left. And then the second server I chose was DB. And first day, yeah, first day, walked around for a little while until I got in a car and drove to the gas station near, I think it's Great Ocean Highway. And I was sitting there, and then all of a sudden I run into Reginald Evergreen. And that day since, we got to talking, and that started my whole interest into RP. I remember I was on the first day I was on DB. I think I was on for like 14 hours, running around, and like I learned how to rob. I learned how to do a whole bunch of shit, and I was like, bro, this is so cool. And then we ended up making our own little mafia within like 24 hours with like a bunch of different people. And then what ended up coming of that was I saw the LSPD, and I was like, damn, that shit looks cool. So then I think it was like a week or 2 weeks after, I ended up making my cop, who is named Moon. And then I was training with a cop by the name of Gonuts at the time. He was my trainer. And then I ended up running into Tyler through that. I met him. We didn't have a lot of talking between all of that until like way later on when I got to be in my own patrol car and all that. But then eventually once Gonuts quote unquote perma'd and all that shit started to go down, me and Tyler started talking a little bit more and getting more, becoming closer as friends. And then during that time, that was when my mob shit really started to take off. And during that time was when I met Cinnamon. I met him at the mechanic shop.
At the time, it was my first time. I think that was probably my second or third day of playing on that server in general. Because at work, a buddy of mine, we were like, hey, we're really into watching a bunch of streamers play on like NoPixel and whatnot, and we were like, yo, we can get into this. We figured out how through the 5M launcher and whatnot. I just had to get the game, which didn't even cost that much at the time. I think it was on sale. That's why I got it, and I was like, yo, let's get it. And we played. The first day, it was just more or less getting everything set up, and we made a little bit of money with the side job, just trying to get into it. We never talked to anyone. We never met anyone. And then the second day, we were doing a fueling job where they sent us out into like the desert to get fuel, right? And we ran into like an invisible barrier that destroyed our car. And so we had to call a mechanic. And that's where I met Digital for the first time, or Sebastian.
Also, real quick, the stream is demanding that I have that hydrate thing. They're demanding that whenever they redeem a hydrate, all three of us have to drink. So you better get some drink. Yeah.
I got rum.
You got to take 3 mouthfuls. So.
Wait.
We got 3 hydrates, so take a mouthful of whatever fucking bev you have.
Let's Coke first.
I already drank, so.
One.
And then that's when I met Sebastian, right, which is Digital Riot. And then after we talked to him for a bit, basically we talked through him in character on how to do stuff, because we still weren't sure out of all the controls and whatnot. We weren't in the Discord yet, just because we were having a feel for it. And then, like, the next day, or later that day, we got into the Discord, we applied, and then the day after that, our third day, we got an interview, we got the job, and that's when we started to do that. My buddy only played for maybe like a week after that until it wiped, right? I forget when it was, but it wiped, and he wasn't down for the grind because he worked like a lot more than me. He was full-time, I was part-time. But I was like, yo, I'm in this. And so I played as Mo, who was a mechanic, a really American-born hillbilly man who liked big trucks and anything at all American, but he was the friendliest guy ever. And then I ended up meeting, I think Wolfie first, his character, and then Tyler through the police, which he respected 100%. I don't remember meeting Tyler at all.
I do.
I don't. It just happened.
I know how it happened.
Do you? I don't.
Yeah. I'll bring it up on my part. Finish what you're saying.
No, that was about it. And then we started to hang out a bit more gradually. I basically met, I think at some point, everyone on the server, just because I was so active in the mechanic job. I absolutely loved it. And I felt like it brought a bit of flavor, because I would never just go there not saying fix their car and leave. I would always introduce myself and try to make it interesting, That would be dumb.
Big mullet.
Yeah. And then, yeah, pretty much. That was basically all I did for like months. Just that, over and over again. And trying to make him more American each day.
So, it's really weird, right? Because I remember exactly how I met Cinnamon. I don't remember how I met Wolfie. I just knew that I liked Wolfie at one point. That's literally straight up what happened. Because
yeah, I did too.
I helped fund DB, right? Like I was there. I was one of the first people on with Stella, if you remember her, and several other people. So I really knew what I was doing, and I really enjoyed it. And I was like, damn, we're getting all these people in here, but I rarely talk to people because I'm always, on one character that is very antisocial and hates people. So me. But I remember I took a few people in my car, and Cinnamon was one of them, and I immediately fucking just like became awed with Cinnamon because he had a box he was carrying with him with a bunny in it. That's how we really started meeting, or we met. Period. That's how.
Yeah,
because I didn't really talk to you that much after.
I remember that because we were in the desert or something, or I was in training or something, and I saw a rabbit run across the road, and I ran up because I had because I have rabbits in real life, and I RP'd that I picked it up and threw it in a box, and I had it, right?
And you just carried it with him.
Yeah, and I just carried it around. And I love to do ride-arounds with the police because I felt like no one did that. And he respected the police no matter what they did. They could do no wrong, basically, He watched a lot of Cops, as you do.
But yeah, you had that bunny on you. That's really where we became like, friends. And then I would start talking more out of Discord and stuff, and you were really
Mhm.
involved. And then I don't really recall how I met Wolfie. I just remember that I met him one day. He just showed up, and I was like, good guy, good guy.
I think he was hanging out with Voodoo a lot, and Voodoo, what was her name?
No, Voodoo didn't come into the scene for a little while.
Yeah.
No, I worked with her.
No, I know, but I met Tyler way before, like.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's where I met Twin and Voodoo, but in character, I think their names were Catalia and Vala.
Yeah.
And I remember them so vividly.
Oh, I do remember something. I remember that Wolfie was my lookalike.
Yeah, that was a big joke with
Oh,
Valsetti.
yeah.
And I think I fixed your car a couple times, Wolfie, or you came in. You were just around a lot for some reason.
Yeah, because
I don't know
it's
why.
because Reginald.
Yeah.
He always had
and then,
business with what was the old, was it, I want to say it was Ed. Was he the boss? What was his name? Yeah.
Ed.
And then I remember I really got to know you, Cinnamon, when Ed became boss of everything, because remember what was his name? Fucking Frank.
when I got there, Ed was already boss.
No, yeah, but when Frank started to like harass you guys and shit started to go down, then I stepped in and was like, look, you gotta fucking protect these people, kind of shit. And I told pretty much Ed how to do his job, and he blew Valsetti off.
For context, Frank, I believe his name was Frank Lucas.
Lucas, yeah.
Frank Lucas. In the server, he was like the member of a very big gang at the time. A lot of crimes, a lot of harassment, a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I remember talking to you in Discord. I don't remember who I joined with. I think I just joined with my buddy, and we joined randomly, and I was like, hey, let's just get in there and talk to people. And I want to say you were there. I don't know.
Probably.
But I remember we were talking a lot, and the whole reason we really, I think, became friends is because we memed a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you said a meme, I knew it, and then whenever I said a meme, it bounced right off you instantly, and that was really funny.
Yeah.
I adore it.
I still think my favorite time with Avi was playing Daisy.
All right, yeah,
Yes,
let's go to that. So let's do 5M moments. Cinnamon. So I guess either go with me or Tyler. What is your favorite moment that you can remember of 5M? Say with either my characters or Tyler's characters.
My
Or both.
favorite. Oh man. I think my overall favorite time. I don't think I ever had a bad time on Mo. Just the entire character's lifespan. Maybe towards the end it got a bit dull, but the whole beginning, because everything was so new to me and all the ideas started to flood for that character. Even though to me it was like the most craziest thing ever, but to everyone else it was probably really basic. There was no, like, the whole thing was amazing. And when I made my second character ever, which was Chester Guile.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when I wanted to dabble in it was after DB. The entire lifespan of DB was Mo. I think. And then whichever other server we went on to, I think that was Paradise?
Yeah, PL, yeah.
I think of the beginning of Paradise, that's when I was like, yo, I'm just gonna go into, or no. Someone else asked me, they were like, hey, do you want to get on Mo on this other server and be a cop? Because we need cops. And I was like, sure. And I did that like a day or two. But I was like, Mo just doesn't seem the type of person to be in that. So I made another character who was Chester.
Chester, yeah.
And he was supposed to be the kid of the policeman. And I think the time I really liked was when, so for Mo, Tyler, do you remember when there was that whole thing with Buddy?
Yes.
like going to that one
Into that one
facility
area.
and then talking to him, and I was like with you being tactical for some reason. That was really fun.
You were a
And then
mechanic. You knew how to work on things. That's why I brought you. Turns
Yeah.
out you didn't know shit.
no, I mean not. Dude, you wanted me to work as, which is really weird. And then with Wolfie, I was on Chester during that whole makeshift pandemic thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That was really cool.
That
And
was
then-
badass as fuck. I remember the
Yeah, and
CDC
then-
gear we wore. That was so cool.
Yeah, and then I think I also got really close with Tyler during that.
Yeah,
Because of Chester?
it was the three of us. It was really the
Yeah.
three of us. We headed that whole thing, going and taking blood samples and all that, quarantining people.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was us.
And then when I was on, because I was on Chester for the majority of that. And then, well, both of you taught me how to do anything police, because I had no clue. You know?
Mhm.
And then Tyler's character being him, hated him off the bat. Well, not hated him, but just hazed him. He heard
Oh, hazing.
he talked like, right,
Bullying
he had a
builds
bit of a
character,
lisp,
man.
and then he didn't like him instantly.
Chester was one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
I still think my all-time favorite moment was, honestly, I'm just gonna list both of them because there's too many. But one with Wolfie is when we fucking just T-boned the shit out of that one guy. You still
Yeah.
have the clip of that.
Yeah.
That man did not see anything coming. And then you had me and Mo would just drive around, just a truck, big mullet and.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was when Tyler's character didn't. He was taking I think a bit of a hiatus from, because that's all you ever did.
Yeah.
You were only a police officer.
So I tried something else. So I was a part-time
Yeah.
mechanic as well.
Yeah, for like 2 days. And then we just kept making stuff up. Well, I did. I just kept making it. Like, I would never go with anyone. I would just work, you know? And so
What
I
are we
just had to
doing right
make
now?
up terms
Bird
as if
watching?
I.
What the hell is bird watching?
And then I just kept making stuff up as if, like, oh yeah, everyone in the mechanic shop
Everyone
knows.
said, and you'd walk up to them and they would just play along with it. It's like, what the fuck?
No, yeah, that was Anxious. Dude, I miss him. I miss that. I miss a lot of the old people, but I know that, you know, things happen.
Hmm.
As life.
Yeah.
But I do remember like a golden era.
Oh yeah, there was
Yeah,
a definite
and
golden era.
There was a
yeah.
golden era, and I'm hoping to get that back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I
We're
had to
trying.
go with my favorite moments, man, I'm gonna have to do this character by character.
Also, if people don't know this already, we all are P.
Yeah. So
If that wasn't obvious enough.
I'm gonna start with Moon because that's the easiest one. For Moon, it's got to be saving Mo and Kat from the gnome.
No, who was a terrorist.
Yeah, terrorist. Yeah.
Yeah, who was a terrorist.
With Tyler, honestly, when it comes to Moon and Tyler as characters, they were good friends, but they didn't really.
They were just polar opposites.
Yeah, they were really polar opposites, and when they would fight a lot, but they always got shit done together. They always fucking held the line when they had to. Like, I remember there were several times when there would be like new officers, Tyler, and then me and you would show up, and it would we would clean fucking house.
It's like, all right, here's what you're doing wrong. Here's what you do right, and then set it straight. And
Yeah.
then go, oh.
Yeah.
You know what they say about opposites?
Yeah.
They fuck.
Yeah, of course. If we're gonna go with Valsetti, there are way too many with Mo and Valsetti. I'll need to think about exactly which one's my favorite. With Tyler, honestly, just all the fucking comedy moments with them just
So
yelling
much
at each other,
shit.
and like, yeah, dude, just get rid of my hair. You get rid of my hair. It's like a fuck you. No, fuck you.
Did we dye our hair? Was that you and me who did that?
Yeah, we did, yeah. And I remember, still one of the funniest things is between Tyler and Valsetti. I remember they reached a boiling point, the two of them. And I remember he told Valsetti, he's like, I know what you do. And Valsetti was like, you don't know fucking clue what I do, bro. You don't know shit. And then, like, they fucking argued and bickered. Valsetti put, like, a hit out on Tyler's life and shit like that. But then, like, Valsetti and him talked a little while after everything. And then he recalled everything. Like, I took away the bounty and all that. I was like, fuck it. You know, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, that was a big turning point for Valsetti. And that's actually when I did security, was after that point. Was because of Tyler and him. Because he didn't want to see Tyler get fucking killed after all that confrontation.
Should have done it.
He just had a... I don't want to... It's like a sort of respect between the two of them. He understood that they were both parties... Or they were the same party on opposite coins, pretty much. They just... They had the same resolve, pretty much. They were both hot-headed and, you know...
They had the same fucking goals to make money and just stay alive.
Yep, pretty much. When it came to Mo, I think just the growing friendship between the two of them. Because at the start, Valsetti was, like, kind of an asshole to Mo. He just, like, kind of blew him off. He didn't really care about him.
Everyone was.
Yeah, but then slowly he was like, yo, I fucking love this guy. So then I developed to, oh, yo, what's up, Mo? And it's like, oh, what's going on, man? And they would fucking meet each other all the time. And just the growing friendship there was fucking amazing. And just overall, seeing how much shit that was able to happen between all that, it was just amazing. And personally, my favorite thing overall, if I had to recall 5M days, was the Valsetti storyline. From start to finish, that was what I set out to do in RP. I started out as the bottom guy in this gang, rose to be the top guy after the leader left, leaving me in shambles. I met Tony died, and
Tony
then
fucking
he got sniped, yeah. And then I fucking took over everything, and I became the fucking top man. And I ran with a iron fucking thumb. I did one of the coolest things I've seen with a criminal gang that I haven't seen anybody else do. And it ran well. My character got married, he had children, and then at the end of it all, he moved away to a better life with his wife and kids. Like, that's a perfect fucking story start to finish that I loved. And it made me very sad that I couldn't do that with Moon. The most I did with Moon is that he cheated on his wife. That's about what happened. Other than that, Moon just became sort of like the father figure with like Tyler and Johnson, for instance. They were the old heads of the departments for a lot of people. Whenever they got on duty, they kind of ran shit, the three of them. And there was a lot of, you know, back and forth shit. And then I remember the whole thing with Moon. He got really pissed off at certain officers and all that.
I think we all did.
Yeah, like for instance, what was it? I remember Moon was really resentful towards what was his name? Benny's character. I don't remember Benny's character's name. Because they were sort of the competition.
Benson.
Yeah, Benson. They were the competition, the two of them. They went back and forth a lot between rankings, the two of them. So I remember there was that large like pool of anger there, but then he started to like Benny a lot, and they ended up working very well together. And I remember all the raids that were conducted by Moon, Tyler, and Johnson. They would plan raids and shit like that with the SWAT team and all that. That was sick. Yeah, dude, there was a lot. And then Roxy, of course, was a funny addition to the department. There's just a lot. And like Cinnamon said, there was a real golden age there with a lot of shit. Like, I remember when Marino got killed, that fucking totem pole that shook, dude, when Marino died.
It was all Winter's fault.
No, it wasn't.
And honestly, at this point, I understand that I might not. I'm not saying I won't, but currently, I don't feel like that something that golden will happen immediately, or at least in our right now. You know what I'm saying? For a bit. Who knows? It might never happen again. But we were there. It happened. It was good.
Yep.
For me, it was my first experience with it ever.
Yep, me too.
So first time, you know, I feel like it was pretty good. better than, a lot of people can say. But at this point, I feel like if we can do that for others, because a lot of people we know are coming in here fresh off just doing anything, right? If, like, let's say a year from now, they can look back and say, yeah, I was on that server. It's still there. Or, like, I'm still playing on it. I remember the XXXX when I joined. This was my golden. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's really what we're trying to do with the Red
That's
M
all
server
I
we
want.
started. Yeah, because we started a whole Red M server, and this was been months in the work. And Wolfie came in at the good amount. Sorry, football's on, and Lamar Jackson just got a touchdown. Sorry. But when we started up the Red M server, it was really just me and Nick. And then, like, we had a little bit of a fight. I wasn't really on good terms with a lot of the old friend group due to some bullshittery, right?
No, but you back
But
and
we came back and we
pushed
all
it
hashed it out. We said, whatever, we're grown ups and we're here. And it's been 2 years now since we've known each other pretty much, 2nd December.
Exactly.
And we're all chilling now. And I think the real goal for this Red M server is just to give, the experiences that we had on DB to this and bring something new in, which I think we can honestly capitalize on. We just got to be more of a presence there.
I feel like we've, like, without a doubt, because people have told us, we've made a dent. People know of us.
Yeah, but they're gonna know about us, period.
Yeah, other
big places.
Yeah. Because when we came in, we just came out and started swinging.
Yeah, we came out full fucking.
We blew up. We blew up within a week, and it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just flooded in, and we don't know where they came from. Don't know how. It still baffles me till this day. But, I feel like we can only do better. And so far, I think we've done a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. We've done a wonderful job, and of course, there's hiccups here and there. Obviously, that's with anything in life.
As always.
But we can only iron them out and keep on going.
Yep, 100%, and that's what we aim to do. And
I think once one sync for Red M comes out, it'll be a whole nother,
Yeah, because right now we're dealing with very minimal tools. We have very minimal, what's the word? Like,
you can only script. That's all you can do.
Yeah, we can't do that much. But then there's gonna be a breakthrough. We're gonna get that.
One day.
And then our devs can really just go fucking nuts.
And we'll just blow up even more. I mean, we're a cornerstone
Exactly.
of Red M right now, which is really good. And I'm glad that we've done this and we've all taken a leap somewhat together and went, well, fuck it. 5M is kind of old. Let's try something new and in a different way.
Yeah,
It's worked so far.
Yeah, and a part of me, and I'm not sure if you guys are the same way, part of me misses 5M, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I sit here and I'm like, I don't know, dude. I know
Honestly,
that,
like a lot of people
I miss
talk
old
bad
5M.
about it. Yeah, like a lot of people talk bad about it, but it's, they'll be like, oh, this is, you couldn't do much, or this is that and that, but that's where you came from.
So I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike, and I did a lot of surfing on it, which is a game mode for it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And in there I had like my own friend group, and I realized that friend group was done with like a summer and it broke up, right?
Sure.
Here it's completely different because we've gotten something all together and we've just kept striving to, continue pushing on and doing different things. And I think that's really just what we got to look at is how to make things better, how to push things into the future and not get stale. And because those memories that we have from 5M, they're never going to go away, but we're never going to recreate them again. That's a once in a lifetime thing from like, that was all of our first time RPing.
Yep.
We're never going to get that same experience again, but to give it to other people is really what you're looking for now. If I can be the guy that goes, all right, well, I got a Marshall character on Red M. I retire him, who takes up another person. Hopefully he runs it and I've taught them something else, right?
Yep.
I think we beat the horse on that one, though.
I think so, maybe a little bit.
A little
Next topic.
All right. We already talked about a couple of favorite games, DayZ, which we got to play again, by the way.
We do. I got ideas for that.
Okay. Second topic is the idea behind the podcast. Kind of a short one.
I feel like this should have been
Can I
first.
say this because this is what really got me rowdy.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, get it.
So I wanted to do a podcast for a long time with people. I had another one where it was a different friend group and we tried it out for a bit, but they got busy with life, right? So it didn't really continue.
Disgusting.
But I always wanted to do something like it. And I think what really cemented it was the fact I watched a GameSpot review. And I sat there and I went, these people are not funny. They're not creative. They have no chemistry at all. They're sitting there reading something from a notepad and thinking that, they can do something. And they make a ton of fucking money off it.
Like they do absolutely garbage.
I could give shit less about the money. I could be more entertaining with a brick and you two.
True.
No, absolutely. We've done it
Oh,
with no brick.
Done it. No brick. We've just done
No
it.
brick. You'll make a T-shirt, no brick.
I really wanted to fucking do it. So I straight up just said, Wolfie, you want to do a podcast?
Yeah. No, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Tyler and I were talking, and we were just basically same topic. We were like, hey, this
Just do a podcast.
is garbage. We're not doing it for hell. No one could watch. No one could watch. 2 people could watch. 2 people. If we get some point across, whatever. I just want to talk to you guys. I just want to ramble.
Honestly.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to. If you want to watch, cool. Go ahead.
Now we got something kind
I would love it.
All our times of the past.
That gives us more, institutions. Give us stuff. Give us something to talk about. That's fine. I'd love it.
That was really my whole thing, and I was just sitting here like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to do a podcast with you guys. We can record all this, put it on YouTube, save it for a rainy day when we're old and we're sitting here going, I remember these 2 guys.
I remember talking to these 2 when I was young and plush and tight.
It's gonna be
Now
good to look back on. I honestly hope we continue this and we keep going, and hopefully one day we get an audience of 3 people.
Sir, you have 3 hours to live. I don't watch.
Pull up the midnight snack. Pull it up.
Pull it up. It's got 10 views.
Alright. Yeah. That pretty much closed that topic nice and simple.
Favorite topic.
Next one, gaming talk. So, interests in any games or hopes for certain games. I actually want to bring one up first, and I can actually send this to you guys. So
Sure.
that game, Back for Blood, which is,
Zombie game.
yeah, it's made by the
Oh,
developers
that's
of Left 4
the
Dead.
Left 4 Dead
Yeah.
success it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's literally made by the team of Left 4 Dead, but the name Left 4
Yeah,
Dead
the-
is owned by Valve, so they can't use that name.
Oh,
Yeah. So there's actually a pre-alpha you can sign up for. I don't know if you can still sign up for it, but my buddy was telling me about it, and I think the keys are going out tomorrow or today, something like that. So if you can sign up for it, go sign up for it. But yeah, I'm extremely
Wait, is
interested
that,
in
is that
that.
out right now?
Let me
is the
actually.
Beta?
I'll look for you in a second, but it
Oh,
should.
also, it made us a bit of a logo. Maybe you can slap that there, Wolfie. Here, I'll post it.
is that mustard in my pizza?
Yummy. I love mustard pizza.
I love chick.
Oh yeah, look at that. The midnight. That's nice. I do like that. a
That's
lot.
not right. That's good. We can build off of that.
Ooh, yeah, that's cool. Thank you, Twin.
Yeah.
Okay. And other than that, other games that were shown, Mass Effect is coming back. That's
Mhm.
cool.
I hear about it.
We can hope that it's good, not Andromeda.
I just,
Um,
I don't know why they don't let Sleeping Dogs lie. There's certain franchises.
You're right. They should make a Sleeping
on.
Dogs too.
I 100%
They should.
agree.
You're fucking right. They should, but they're not.
You want to be a part of the triad again?
Oh,
Wei
God, that was
Shang.
such a fun game. Like
Never played it, but I watched someone.
Sleeping Dogs 2, great game. Loved it. I ran it on a shitty potato laptop and enjoyed every minute of it. Right? Or Sleeping Dogs, whatever it was.
R.I.P. Jackie. R.I.P.
But they just gotta know when to end series. Mass Effect has had its run, and they just need to do another AAA game, if you can even consider it AAA anymore. After Andromeda, you just need a full reboot.
Yep. And I think that's what they're doing, if I'm not wrong.
I don't believe it.
We'll see. We'll see what
I don't
happens.
trust with that dev team. It's doing a full reboot.
We shall see what happens. But other than that, there was the Calypso protocol, which is made by the devs of Dead Space, and it's a new.
That looks good.
Yeah, that looks fucking cool. Other than that, hopes for certain games. The only other big one I guess you could put hopes for is Cyberpunk, but we'll get to that later. Hopes for.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I have no hopes for any current games that have been announced. I think my
God of War.
guys into the future.
Yeah, God of War. That's a
God
good
of War.
one.
I'm looking for that. That was the only one I was looking forward to. Like announcements, trash. God of War, yes, at the top instantly. Maybe the new Stalker.
True.
Maybe the new Stalker. But yeah, it would either go God of War top because I loved that game, dude. I loved it. I played through it like 3 times. Yeah, it was so good.
My eyes are more set on the future. I loved Battlefront 2.
True.
And I thought it was really solid. I also did actually somewhat enjoy Battlefield 5. I didn't.
Yeah.
I've been a Battlefield fan since back only 2, where I didn't have any internet and I used to just play single player campaign all the time.
Yeah, the campaign was so good.
It was good, yeah.
But I really got
Yeah.
into Battlefield when 1 dropped, and it was that World War I setting. I grinded for everything: the level 10 sniper rifle, the Martini Henry, just run around and just play hardcore with it. It was a fun time because you got
I
that
played,
one shot, felt skillful. And then 5 came, they shit the bed. Battlefront 2, the development team stopped working on it, and they took all those resources and they're putting it on the new Battlefield game. Now it's said that the new Battlefield's going back to modern day, or somewhat as futurist. And I really do have hopes for it that it's gonna bounce back and be just a fucking outstanding game.
Yeah, I've always said I would love to see either another iteration of what is it, Battlefield 20 something, whatever the fuck. I would love to see
2077?
I would love to see a futuristic Battlefield because I always had this image in my head. Imagine Siege of Shanghai with fucking VTOLs that you can hover off and people can hop off like right away. Then it can just turn into a jet and fucking go straight up into the air kind of shit. Like, dude, that all sounds so fucking cool to me. Just a futuristic looking Battlefield. Doesn't have to be like laser beams or anything like that. Like Black Ops 2, like that era, like that kind of shit.
I think that's what they're gonna gun for in this next one. I really hope they do.
Yeah. I hope so.
Because Battlefield 4 was the fucking, it was the pinnacle of Battlefield. I mean, nobody can deny that. If you didn't play Battlefield 4 religiously when that shit dropped, you were not cool.
True.
You were not in the know. I mean, come on, Metro.
Bro, I literally, no shit, like 2 weeks ago just replayed Battlefield 3 campaign. Like I just replayed through Battlefield 3. That is such a good fucking game. I love that game so much. And Battlefield 4 is even better than 3.
Yeah,
well, that's debatable depending on what you're talking about, but
Which one was 3 with like that German subway? Was it 3?
they 3 and 4 both had Operation Metro. 3 originally had Metro, and I think it's Caspian Highway.
3 was what I played like the most of.
Yeah, there was 3. The best maps in Battlefield 4, funny enough, are remakes of the 3rd maps, except for Operation Locker. That's one of my favorite, and Siege of Shanghai. Those are some of my favorite maps from Battlefield 4.
Shanghai, the Levolution, bringing down that building was all I ever did.
In Battlefield 3, there was like Operation Metro, Caspian Highway, Operation Firestorm, the oil rig area.
Was fucking amazing.
That was a great map. That's by far one of the best Battlefield maps. And then you had like the DLC, like Endgame. You had, what was it? I think it was like armored assault, which brought in AC-130s and shit like that. Like that shit was cool. It was just a big mixture of shit.
You remember that big Easter egg with that map? That big one? Where like you do it? No. The one where it called like drop pods and shit.
Oh my god, yeah, I do remember that.
That one had like a big, like it had like this tube that you got in, and it had like these drop pods that would launch you across the map.
That was Battlefield 4. That was Endgame.
Was that
Yeah,
Battlefield
that was
4?
the last one. Yeah, that was a map
Okay.
from Battlefield. I think it's like 2055 or some shit like that, where it's like the
that one
futuristic
had
shit.
big.
And then they had the hovering
Great.
tanks and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that were ass, by the way. They like barely controlled well at all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, it had like a big Easter egg where you had to go around the map, depending on what you found, to different areas. Type in this code that you figured out through like Morse code coming out of like a toilet or
Yeah.
some like just really dumb things, and then
Oh
you would
my
get like
God.
a tag. I think a
Dude, do you remember
camo
the
and
fucking the pickup like Gauss sniper rifle that would like one
yeah,
shot
and it was just one
anything?
tap. It
And then
had no drop off.
yeah,
I
and then
think.
the icicles you can pick off the fucking walls and stab
Oh
people
yeah,
with.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I
That was
remember
like a
that.
challenge. I remember
Yeah, that's how you got the bipod knife or whatever. That
The
fucking thing.
bipod knife
Yeah.
from fucking Battlefront.
Bro, I might re-download Battlefield 4 just to fucking
Bro.
play it. Because
Kinda
dude,
right.
it's still got like 20,000 plus players. Like the game is live as
Because
fuck.
nobody wants to play 5.
I mean, I don't blame them, but yeah.
Oh.
Five. I like the remake of Metro they did in 5. It was actually kind of nice, and the Pacific update really showed the game's strong points. Some of the gunplay, by the way, is very fun in that game. Same as the momentum. The momentum feels very nice in Battlefield 5, and they finally let you throw a fucking grenade back in Battlefield 5. Like, I don't know why that took them so long. But other than that, the sniping in Battlefield 5, mwah, crisp. It feels so good to snipe in Battlefield 5. The fucking thud and like the impact on enemies and just the sound design, perfect, amazing. I will say this though, and I don't know if this is a controversial opinion. War stories can suck my dick. They're the worst part of the storyline. I fucking hate war stories so much. Literally all I needed is give me a Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, like, good one-person storyline. I don't give a fuck about some Aussie in World War 1 who dies, okay? I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit about some chick in the fucking Arabia. Like, I really don't. If you put me in the whole game with these characters, okay, I'll care if they die. But, like, if I play 2 missions and the guy dies, oh no.
I'm a little backwards on it. I think they could have fleshed it out more. I think that Battlefield 1 did it perfectly. I liked the stories there, and I liked the difference of like, all right, well here you are a Arabian person. You are pretty much Lawrence of Arabia, and you're trying to overthrow the Turks. And here you are, you know, a man in Gallipoli. You see everything go bad. I feel like they could have capitalized on it more, but for what they did, I think it was good. When it came to 5, though, there's only one story that I really liked from it, and that was the German perspective.
Yeah, the
Because
Last Tiger,
it
that was a good
telling
one.
it from their perspective at the end of the war, and how there's like really no hope, but everybody's so brainwashed. They're like, we're gonna continue fighting, and your tank crew is like, hey, yo, chill, homie. I think this is over.
Hey,
I think
but
we should.
can we talk about Battlefield 1? Wait, which one had the war stories?
1 and 5.
1. Can we talk about the intro to 1?
Yeah, that was great.
The campaign.
Yeah.
That
That
was nutty.
solidified when Snoop Dogg played with them and showed it off at that one demo. They solidified that it was gonna be a great game, and it was. It was an
He was high
all-around
off his-
fantastic
off his
game.
rocker though.
That's why I'm looking. Yeah, of course, he was always.
He was
also
smoking at the
playing
event.
with
What do you
them.
mean?
Yeah, he didn't give a shit.
Oh, but it
Oh,
was
yeah,
funny
neither.
watching him play. Like he wasn't bad, but sometimes he was just lost. Homie like didn't know up from down.
But that's like I look at the past Battlefields. 5 fucked up. I think they realized that what they went wrong there. 1 was perfect. 4 was perfect. I think they're gonna start incorporating mechanics from both into one massive game and make it pre-war, which is again the only game that I'm really excited for because nothing of interest is really out besides Cyberpunk, which we should probably get to.
We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. That's a big topic.
We get sidetracked so much.
But yeah, I am very excited to see where they go with Battlefield.
Yeah, I didn't see a Battlefield topic on.
I mean, it's
this.
game talk. I mean,
No, I'm
Yeah.
joking.
but like, I do really want a new, a modern combat game again. Like that's what I want.
Yeah.
Like Modern
Modern
Warfare,
Warfare.
fucking blew it out of the water. That game blew the fuck up.
Cold War's
Um,
okay.
Yeah, Cold War, it's okay. It's got its problems, but it's
It needs
okay.
some touches.
But other than that,
We're waiting for another zombies map, but
yeah, we do need more zombies, definitely, to keep players interested for the most part. I can only play Die Machine so many times. I can only run around in my swamp so many times before I get bored. But other than that, Yeah. Also, this is what I wanted to say. Battlefield 1 came out the same year as Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. That is funny. Bro, that's why that Battlefield blew up so fucking hard. It's because of Infinite Warfare. God, that travesty of a game. And funny enough, the single player to Infinite Warfare is actually not bad. Like, it's actually pretty good.
It's just the fucking
The
I-
multiplayer
it
and the
sucks
zombies
because
don't fucking.
Call of Duty can do some interesting campaigns, right? Like they've showed it with Modern Warfare, they've showed it with Cold War, they've showed it with Infinite Warfare and Battlefield or Black Ops 2, right? Like they have some interesting in-depth
World at
stories
War
and
as
they have
well.
some ideas. Yeah. But they couldn't capitalize on it enough in the future aspects. They realized that their game was primarily played for multiplayer, so they didn't really put the resources, the time, or the effort into the story to craft something. Because as Battlefield there's so many games with foreign battle in it. Black Ops 4 did. They didn't have a campaign. They just went multiplayer only, and that, eh,
Yeah.
Stinky poo poo
Yeah.
fire.
like it wasn't
was the
bad,
first-
but that was when they realized that, oh, we only play this for multiplayer. Oh, okay.
And that was their first iteration of the battle royale, which it was
Decent.
okay. I played it, and then apparently freaking what's it called now?
Warzone.
Yeah, Warzone. Never played it. Heard really good things of it.
It's pretty fun. If you have a good team and you just want time to kill, it's fun. That's what I'll say.
I heard they really flushed it out in that aspect, but yeah, no,
I
never.
like how they integrated it with Cold War too. Like you can
Yeah.
play both on both things. And it's
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so you've had this one thing and you're not going to kill it. You're going to keep growing it. Gotcha. Cool. Fantastic. Can we get zombies, please?
Yeah, honestly. All right, we'll come back to game talk again later on because I think it's near the bottom. All right, now to get to the big boy, the man of the hour, Cyberpunk.
I've been waiting for this.
Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah.
The new
There-
thing.
Yeah. So I'll just be straight up. I am not far in the game. I've been doing nothing but side quests and world exploring, and for the most part, I just met Pan Am like yesterday. That was the last thing I did.
too, kinda. I did a bit of requesting. I know you just got back from a trip, Wolfie. I'm working and dealing with other thing, but then there's Tyler.
Yeah.
There's Tyler,
Yeah.
who has nothing but time. And Tyler, what did you do today?
Nothing really, actually.
No. I mean with the game.
Oh, I mean, you want me to just recap everything I've done the past couple days since it's been out?
No. I meant you beat it. You.
I beat it 2 days ago.
Oh,
I did everything within 2 days.
bruh.
Yeah. Well, actually, 3 days. Yes, it wasn't yesterday, but it was the day before.
Homie didn't even.
So
experience
here's where we'll start. For context for everybody, between the three of us, we all chose the different life paths.
Yes.
I went Corpo, and then Cinnamon. You can say you, and then Tyler.
Nomad.
And then Tyler obviously is the street
And
kid.
So I went very particular with the street kid. I built into only reflex really, so just handguns and blades. That was my only
Yeah, I think
thing.
we all did different builds too, which is nice. I went for more of a strictly body, try to get as tanky as I could, melee only. Like I was running around with a sledgehammer most of the time until I found a really cool bat. And then I got gorilla arms and then gave people the hands.
And then I went for mostly two-handed weapons, so not like heavy weapons like machine guns. I mostly just stuck with SMGs and shotguns, and then sometimes pistols. That's pretty much what I went for. And then I tried a stealth, but I suck at stealthing. So.
Oh, dude, I love stealth in that game. I will say, so here, I guess we should break this up into different areas, right?
Yeah, we can start with. Let's start with the bad because that's gonna be a lot larger, I think, for the bugs and shit like that. And then we'll get to the very, very good, which is another ginormous topic and a half. So let's start with the issues that we've had. Let's start with those, or complaints, or things like that. I think that's probably a good
Who wants
start.
to go first?
Cinnamon, you just start.
Okay, so personally, not many issues. Not many. Of course, the generic, the ones that everyone know, such as the visually seeing things pop into existence. Some funnier glitches where like let's see, the first like 15 minutes in the game, I absolutely destroyed some guy. It was like the first iteration of combat, you know. First room, I destroyed some guy. They gave me a pistol. I picked up a shotgun, rushed him, blasted his face off, and he flopped over on a table, right? And through the entire fight, he is insulting me, but he's dead. he's, he's like, "Yeah, I'll kill you." Oh, you think you're hiding?
Any minute now. I'm gonna get up
stuff like
against
that.
you.
Like, bro, he's dead, and I can see his face moving, but half of his head's gone. Like, I can see brain, bro. I'm
He
like,
doesn't
damn,
know he's
alright.
dead. He doesn't know.
That's a funny glitch. There, that's a not a glitch, but a funny bug. Then the other ones, like well, I don't think more of bugs, but just one area I really didn't like, where so at the start I did a lot of side quests before the storyline, right? Just because I wanted to get out there, you know. And I realized when I got to different sections of the map where like other gangs controlled, there was just a difficulty spike, like way up, right?
Yep.
Like I spent like a day on the mainland just because it was so grand, and you know, there's a lot of stuff to do around every corner. And then there were a couple quests that took me maybe to the other side of the city, right? And I would go through there and I would get sidetracked, and I would be fighting another game. I'm like, oh, I haven't fought these guys before. I'm gonna try to fight them, and then get one shot. Where originally, like 10 minutes prior, I'm one shotting. No one's doing any damage to me. I'm hitting them one time with a charged attack from my freaking sledgehammer, and their head's getting caved in. And then these guys, I'm sitting there swinging on them like 15 times, and it's taking half their health. And then they hit me one time, and I'm dead. But it gives you no indication that that's happening. And I feel like it's a really random, sudden difficulty spike, and it doesn't tell you anything to let you know that. You know what I mean? Like, it
Yeah,
doesn't be
yeah.
like it doesn't tell you, oh, or maybe it does, but I highly doubt it. Or like, oh, this area, it's very difficult. You know, the people here beat your ass, but you don't know you're in it unless you look at the map.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is you
You
look
could
at
just
the map,
wander
yeah.
and go 10 blocks down. You know,
Like, yeah, I
in
really wish
some
there was
random
some
direction.
indicator like on the screen, like maybe like a little thing in the top left or top right, like yo, like
You're
this
foul.
level like requires higher shit, like don't fucking go here. Like that would have been
Mhm.
nice. And, like
Like for
So-
quests, it tells you, and that's fine. Because
Yeah.
like for one of the fights, of course, spoilers, obviously. Um, I had to fight the twins, you know, and I tried to do that after doing a couple quests, right? I'm like, okay, I want to try to fight.
God, bro, fuck them. Fuck
I want
those
to try to
things.
fight the twins, and then they rush you if you know, at the same time if you don't have a like a certain option to be like, oh, why do both of you have to fight me one on one, and they can fight them one on one. But they just fuck you up. They like at the time they would hit me twice.
I think we're all playing on the same
And-
difficulty too. We're all on hard.
Yeah, we're all
on
playing on
hard,
hard. And but like, bro, it's not even like gradual. They just beat your ass, and it would just. I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna try to heal. I couldn't, and then I tried to do hit and run tactics. But if you ran out of stamina, no matter how much you backed up or tried to run, their attacks would just like commando pro you. You know. At one point, I saw
Hey, Voodoo.
someone's fist like extend like 3 feet longer than it should have, and it hit me. And then I left and went on to do other stuff for like a day, came back, and then just like two-shot him.
Yeah, my issue with when it comes to the twins was I don't know if it was something with those guys specifically, because usually when you fist fight some guy and he's going to punch you, if you heavy hit him, he'll stagger, right? When I fought them, one of the twins, I would hard swing him when he was in the middle of like swinging on
Yeah,
me,
no,
and he would just follow through with it and still hit
He
you.
would take all of it, bro.
Yeah. Like that shit pissed me off, and like yeah, that really did not make me happy.
Do you know how many times I heard 2 heads are better than 1 and 4 fists are better than 2?
Yeah,
you know how many
I
times
heard
I
it a
heard
lot.
that?
I wasted a lot of money fighting them.
That's when
No,
you
I just
save
save
and
skill.
reload. Yeah.
Yeah, sadly, I didn't want to, but I'm like, bro, if this ain't kosher, this ain't fair.
Do you have anything else to
But
talk about?
other than that, for me, I didn't really come across that many bugs. Sometimes I couldn't pick stuff up. Like I saw a couple collectibles, like in the beginning area as Nomad, Um, and I just couldn't pick him up no matter what angle I went at, no matter if I left and came back. I just couldn't pick him up, and that was annoying.
Yeah, I had that too.
Sometimes I would get FPS drops, but it's whatever. Yeah, overall though, I'm really enjoying it.
Mhm.
Really enjoy it. It's really good. That's my spiel though.
I have a long list.
Yeah, I'll go next.
Yeah.
So what I'll say so far is I'm 100% in agreement with Cinnamon about the whole, like, you know, there's certain areas that just ass blast you out of nowhere. One thing that I can say as a complaint rather than say a bug thing is the fucking random enemies that throw either electricity at you or shoot you with electricity. That shit does so much fucking damage.
Wait, do you mean the guys that like quick hack you?
Yeah, and for some reason there's no alert for me sometimes, and I'll just fucking explode in electricity. Another thing too is the fucking guys with the overcharged snipers. Oh my god. Bro,
Yeah.
they are fucking
They
cranked.
can eat my ass.
Yeah, dude. Like there are several times where I go through this whole outpost, right? And I peek for half a second, shoots me right through the wall and kills me. I'm like, okay, dude. Like that's annoying. And I don't even get a chance to look at him. And there's this random thing I have. I don't know if any of you guys use the charge snipers. See, there's that little bar at the bottom that charges up, right? And then you let go to shoot it. My charge bar is on the way right side of my reticle. And the whole scope is like in a weird angle. And so I'll never get a critical for some reason. And I have to like completely take the weapon off and then put it back on and shit like that. And it's really annoying. So that's frustrating. Other than that, I have the weird complaints about, like, you know, they allow you to get the double jump thing. And by the way, please get it if you don't fucking have it. That thing's a blessing and a half for a lot of levels.
I have not yet.
But
What I was trying to work towards is like this. I think it's like a processor or whatever. It's gonna allow me to get the berserk mode where it says you get it for 5 seconds and it has
yeah,
a
I
30
saw
second
that.
cooldown.
Yeah.
I wish I was a bit longer. I feel like 5 seconds is a bit
Short,
trash.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be a legendary, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah. But I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, but yeah, fucking the double jump thing is a blessing and a half. But there are moments where I go to jump up on a surface, but the surface is like you go right through it. Like it doesn't exist. It's just there for like looks, you know what I mean? And there have been times where when that happens, you die immediately. Like,
Really?
yeah, like you touch the surface and it's like you fell out of the map and you just die. And that's happened to me a couple times, and I get really annoyed when it happens because it looks just like you can jump on it. You know what I mean? But no, you just straight jump, you fall in and you just explode into lightning and die. I'm like, why? Why does that happen? Other than that, I've had a lot of bug issues, specifically with getting stuck in things. Another thing I don't like is the dodging, like the double tapping A and D.
Yeah, I hate that. I feel
because-
like that might be better on controller. do
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
a lot better on controller, I feel like, because for me, when you are sneaking and you just want to, like, you know, tippy-toe around a corner to peek, all of a sudden you dash over a corner and you're like, hey guys, what's up? I'm here.
And
Like,
you're way out of cover.
yeah,
it's
like that shit happens to me a lot, and I kind of just want to remove that binding because I never use that ability. So I'm
Mhm.
like, there's no real point to me having it.
I use it sometimes in melee just because you can use it forward to get closer.
Yeah.
But other than that, I never sneak unless it's like, hey, optional, so you can get more
shit.
reward.
Yeah.
But you know, than I do. In all honesty, I probably shouldn't because I'd probably finish it a lot quicker. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a interesting way to.
Yeah, another
Like-
thing going off of sneaking is I really do not enjoy levels that force you to stealth because one, it doesn't tell you, like, you know, you have to stealth it kind of shit. Like you get alerted, right, and you can run around for a little while, and then all of a sudden an enemy shoots you once, dead immediately. It's like, just do mission failed, then have me like restart. There's no point in having me run around for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Trying to find cover and shooting people to die immediately. Like for instance, what is her name? The fucking the boss in the mall. Spoilers, by the way. What was her name? Yeah, the gorilla big bitch. What was her name?
I have not.
Sasquatch, right? Yeah.
I haven't gotten there.
Yeah. So that whole part can suck my dick. Like, there's literally people were watching it yesterday. Was it you, Cinnamon, who saw it? Who was commentating it? This AI walked down invisible. No, it was unnamed. Yeah, this AI literally walks down an invisible set of stairs and hovers in the air.
Oh.
Yeah, and he just
so
looks right
I
at
did
you,
have-
and then stink, I got spotted. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, "How?"
Part that happened that kind of irritated me. I was doing one of those, like random event things where
Mhm.
it's like, oh, take out these group of people, they have someone hostage. I'm like, okay. This one was a bit different. It was underneath the bridge,
Oh, I got a big complaint there. Yeah, go ahead.
and I go after him. I kill him and whatnot, and then two SUVs pull up. 4 people from a rival gang pull out. So while you're fighting people on one side of the bridge, they're fighting on the other side. That's cool. But what happened to me is one person kept like going up and down, like if they were on like invisible stairs out of the ground, right? And for some reason, whenever I was away from him, he was out. But as soon as I came close, he would like sink in, and I can't shoot him in the ground or hit him, but he can shoot me.
Nice.
And I died because of it, and that pissed me off. It only happened once, but it was really annoying.
All right. Biggest complaint in the game for me, and I personally see this as a very bad thing in the game. It kind of goes hand in hand with a couple things. One, I'll start with this, is the civilian AI. They get in the way so fucking much. And I hate how they just crouch. They never run. They just crouch and sit on the ground.
Just sit there.
And there have been times where I'm shooting somebody and my bullet goes through a surface and kills a civilian. And then here comes to the main thing. The fucking cops AI. They can suck my dick. That is the worst part of this game. I don't understand why when you accidentally shoot a civilian, cops show up, immediately start shooting you, right? But say you're in an activity with gang members shooting at you. The cops don't shoot you. They don't shoot the gang members. They only shoot you. Like, I sit there watching the cops stand there with gang members with AKs shooting at me. I'm like, hello. like shoot at each other, something, dude. Oh my god.
I have another complaint about the cops. So I was curious. I was about to get off, right? I'm like, I took this car. It was fast. It was a sports car, something like that. I stole it, and I was like, I'm about to get off. I already saved. I'm gonna run down this sidewalk. I ran like 20 people over. I got 4 stars instantly. I think that's the max you can get. And bro, cops started fucking coming out of the sewer drains like in front of me.
They literally
Like,
spawn
just
in behind
started
you every
flooding
single
in.
time.
And I just died. Like, my car exploded. I died instantly. I thought it was gonna be like maybe GTA, where I get to run for a bit, see how long I can survive or try to run. No, these bitches are fucking coming out of the trees. You know what I'm saying? They're popping out of trash.
That's another thing too.
Existence.
Is what I would love to see from this game for future. Like, this is a big expectation that I want to see. Is Kangaroo actually just said it in my chat. The cop AI complete rework. Because imagine this, right?
Yeah.
You get the cops called on you, and then you look up to the sky, and you see that fucking flying car thing land, and cops jump out and run at you, bro.
What are they supposed to be called? What are they called? Do you guys know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like. I know they're supposed to be like the elite force for like everything anti-gang or anything bad or whatever. But bro, I'm getting my shit shot at from a trash can, like from nowhere.
And another thing too is what I want to see, and this goes with what you said, Cinnamon. The cops don't chase you. They don't. They spawn in, shoot you, and then once you drive away, they stop. Like,
I don't visually see it all the time, but I can see it on the map. They just blip in.
Yeah, they literally
like
spawn
5
in.
feet
Yeah,
behind you.
Yeah, behind you. That's another thing too. Is if you get 4 stars, all of a sudden you have fucking G.I. Joe behind you that just ass blasts you out of nowhere. I'm like,
and you get shot twice and you're
and you're dead.
Dead.
Yeah, I think that is I think by far that is my least favorite part about the game is the cop system. Like, if they would add in the ability for them to chase you, or like, or something that's like you can surrender and then, kind of like GTA 4 where you would go to the police station kind of shit.
They set up, like
roadblocks, spike strips, or like even a car with a turret that chases you. That would be cool. Like,
no,
I'd be
they
okay
have
with
they
that.
have their teleportation belts on. They appear out of nowhere and just gun your ass down.
And Kangaroo
5
just
feet
said,
away.
fun fact, if you kill all the Max Tech police, there's no loot. So, yeah, it's meant to punish you. That's what he said.
Right. Not
That
punish,
is,
just kill you.
yeah, I think that's very poor. Like, I know you'll find the random dead cops who have loot on them. I think that is very
Yeah.
poor game design. Like, you would think with an open world game, a cop is the most basic thing. GTA 1 had that. You know what I mean? Cops that chase you in cars. Like, that's a very, very baseline thing. And I remember on
Cars
Name
don't
talking.
appear. I don't think they just they blip.
Yeah,
right in.
and there are several times, I don't know if you guys get this, if you get a fast enough car, you can drive on the sidewalk and the pedestrians will phase through your car every single time. Same thing with criminals. They'll just phase right through the car and they won't get hit all the time. I think that's pretty ridiculous. But other than that, so I know I'm talking a lot of negatives on the game, but I will say this is by far a very, very good game. I gave the game, I think it was like a, did I say 7.5 or 8 out of 10 so far?
No, yeah, I'm enjoying the absolute hell out of it.
Yeah, it is a very, very monumental and good game. Of course, you know, there are some things that obviously didn't come into play from what from what the dev team said, which, okay, I don't really care. I had my bar low from the very start for this game. So immediately I didn't come in like, oh my fucking god, like what the fuck. Honestly speaking, if the community didn't yell at the devs to push out the game, you know, if they would have just let CD Projekt Red delay it even longer to keep doing work, okay, I don't care. I could care less. So,
I mean, yeah, we all wanted it.
yeah, but it's like if you push it out,
Get it,
this is
but,
what you're gonna get.
But don't complain.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
I expected it. I didn't expect it to be absolutely
And
perfect.
last thing I'll say,
I was still blown away.
yeah, well, 100%. Last thing I'll say is Unnamed talked to me about this, and I think something had to have gone seriously wrong during the development phase. I feel like they lost a very large asset or something happened and they had to completely rewrite a certain thing. That's why, you know, it was supposed to come out when, like in fucking April. So like something seriously bad had to have happened during the development process that they had to go back and redo a lot of shit and figure out a lot of things to make them work properly. But another just like complete catastrophe that I don't think, even though we're all PC players here, we can't ignore is the console version. That is
I've
a
seen a lot of
atrocity to gaming. That is disgusting. Like that thing, you get 15 to 19 frames and it's barely playable. That is,
Don't be poor.
they are accepting refunds.
I saw that they did apologize and all that, but at the end of the day, I talked about this to Voodoo and all them. I get it that, like, you know, they had to release it to that market because, you know, that's where all their sales are probably going to come from for the most part, because not a lot of people have PS5s, not a lot of people have Xbox Series X's, and, you know, of course there's a huge PC market, but, you know, they inevitably had to release it onto that console port due to the mass population of players, you know what I mean? And that was going to be a huge blow to their money if they didn't. So I get it,
Also,
but it's a shitty thing that happened.
another really small thing I'm pissed about. So you know your character creation. right?
Yeah.
It's not. I thought there was gonna be sliders, not presets.
And I don't understand why there's
But
no barbershop. Why?
Damn it! You took what I was gonna say.
Sorry,
Yeah, there's no
yeah.
barbershop.
No
bro.
barbershop, no
Like, I can't even-
garage to
like you
customize
can
cars.
change your arms out. You can change your eyes. You can change weapons that are literally applied to you, your physical body. But you can't change your hair color.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. Another thing is, like, I said this, I just said this, but a garage, like a mechanic shop. I don't understand why you
Yeah.
can't change the color of a vehicle, the interior coloring, you know, like the heads-up display in a car. That would be cool as shit. Maybe, like, you know, because then that gives incentive, one, for like a garage, you know, at like an apartment. You know, here's a car that, and you can maybe even learn to customize, you know, learn to be like if you're a nomad, for instance, you work on
I
vehicles
thought it
kind
was
of
gonna
shit.
be like that because that's kind of what the whole nomad thing at the start kind of insinuated. You could work on your own car. You know, it was very brief and very subtle, but you worked on your engine. You pulled a piece out and you made it work and whatnot. But
Yeah.
no, nothing.
Yeah, and I'm sure there will probably be mods later on for that. But even still, like,
Also, I don't know where that car went.
yeah, there's a lot of shit in the game that I'm like, what the fuck happened to
The
that?
car at the beginning that you ride and it has like all the customized stuff on it. It it's not on my list of cars.
Yeah.
Right after I got to the city with Jackie, I call it, and that's not my car. It's like a red and blue one, and it looks super dope. And he's like, "Yeah, this is my car," but then you never see it. Where'd it go?
I don't know. All right. That's
Alright,
about
yeah,
all I
ready?
got. Tyler, you're good.
Alright, so first off, I'm gonna start off with what my character was. It's strictly movement. Not really an assassin, but he's very fast. Blades, pistols, as always. I'm a very in-your-face guy, but I dance around you like a fucking ballerina. How I started playing off the game was with stealth. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because stealth is one of the best tactics to start off early game if you're playing a high difficulty until you get gear. I had some issues with stealthing where somebody has their back turned to me, and then they immediately turn around, and then they're like, "Oh, you're here, caught, got you, stupid, smelly." It's like, hey, wait a minute. So of course you have to repop a reload. Stealth can be a little janky at times. On top of that, I haven't really had any major game-breaking bugs, such as falling under the map or doing something weird in my time of playing. I got 50 hours on it right now. So the only bad thing I had was I've died once, maybe twice, to people shooting at me who are not shooting at me. But the starting mission where you get trailed by that van, you have to pop out the window and shoot them, right? I died to that because they were just staring at me, and I didn't see my health going down.
Yeah,
I didn't feel any
that
bullets.
happened to me too.
It's just like, oh, I'm dead. Wait a minute. So that's really the major bug I had. As far as it goes, Chris was talking to me, and I deeply do agree with him. Is the AI? It's not bad, but it's not all there. Especially driving AI. I've had several moments where somebody in their car decides to pull a fucking, hit and run.
Yeah, they
but
just
they're not
swerve into
caught.
you for no
just-
reason.
They're not even hitting me. They're just hitting random things, and I don't know why. Like a car went for a turn, it hit a guardrail and broke like everything and just drove through it. That happened a bit. I love bugs. First off, I could give a shit less if this game was buggy or not, because it's a fantastic game. Funny bugs are always the best bugs, and I've had a shit ton of funny bugs. A fucking car spawned in because I was speeding, and it did a backflip like it was in Fallout, and it landed on the people who were supposed to be in the scenario standing on the side of the road and killed them. And I was like, holy shit, that is great. That is fan-fucking-tastic. Another thing, and this is one thing that I recently learned, which was 2 days ago. So you need a double jump to get into this secret area to get this legendary item. I didn't have that. I cheesed the whole fucking thing. I parkoured up to the roof, and then I got stuck in the fucking cell. And in order to get in here, you need a technical ability of 10. I had 8. So I was just stuck in here trying to jump out, trying to get objects to stack up so I could jump out. It wasn't working. So I had a brilliant idea. I put my back to the door so the cops would spawn there. I shot civilians. I went and hid, and the cops opened the fucking door for you.
That's funny.
So I don't know if that's a bug or what, but I'm trapped in this thing that I should not be in. I cannot get out, and I would have to reload a save to get out of it. But I wanted this fucking loot because I'm greedy. And they just open up any door. They can open up anything and do anything that's out of their technical ability or your technical ability. So if you have a door that requires strength of force like 20, they can just open it up. Like just literally just, hey, it's open. It's like, what? So that's the thing. I don't know if that's a bug or a feature, but it's a glaring oversight for sure. Another thing is, so I'm only going to talk about things in my cons and pros of this game that have been seen in the trailer, such as a fight with Sasquatch. Now, first off, that mission you do not have to stealth. It is a pain in the ass if you don't stealth it, but you do not have to stealth it. I completely trucked through everybody, especially when I got the Sasquatch. Now, I have Mantis Blades, legendary version at this point, because I grind it really fucking high up every side mission, everything before doing most of the main missions. So I got pretty good gear. I have Mantis Blades, either epic or legendary, do a lot of damage because again I'm stacked into blades, and I'm in this amazing boss fight. Now there's one of two ways this is gonna go. It's I'm going to either destroy the shit out of this person, or I'm going to, have to play tactful. I watched her for a solid minute, realized it was a boss, whipped out the Manus Blades, ran in there and beat her within 2 minutes. I got knocked down by her one time. She was dead in less than 2 minutes flat. All I did was spam one attack and jump at her. So I want to see boss fights redone, because I've done several boss fights now, and I always use the Manus Blades because I have more points into blades than pistols, and they're
the cyber
blades
psychos,
are
right?
all more around fun. Yeah, blades are so much fucking fun in this game. I honestly think they are better than guns at some point. So every boss fight I've done with these Manus Blades, I've done the same 2 attacks, and there's a special thing you can get where you block something and then attack, and it does 200 fucking damage to them. And it just fucking killed them. So I want to see boss fights get more in depth, especially on hard. I should not be, just fucking walking through a guy with 2 blades protruding from my arms. That is one major flaw that I think needs to be addressed, is to make it more fun and challenging, make the bosses harder, bump up their AI. Another issue I had, which was the main issue, is again the AI. I don't think it's terrible, but I don't think it's good. I think that in recent updates they'll fix it. And a major issue is your apartment is in one of the most key areas of the city. It's in the most urbanized, I'd say, or city side. It's the most apartments, most houses, most cars, all in that one little confined area. My FPS choked. I have a 1080 and a few other good things, and I could run this game perfectly, and I do outside of this one small area. I sat there for a minute and I let everything spawn in, and my game was just dying. Well, they fixed it, so I tried something again, and I tried it again after they put out the day 1 update, which was like a gig. They fixed it. I can now sit there and spawn in like 100 plus peds and 80 plus cars, and everything runs fine. It's okay. It's solid. They need to work on the AI though, because it's very bland. They don't really do much, and there's not really much. Like, I'll get to it in my pros, but when it comes down to interacting with the world, you can interact with the world, just you can't interact with the world.
Yeah, it's only a bit of the world. It's a surface layer.
Sometimes talking to the NPC is kind of funny though.
Yeah, it
I
is.
talked to this one little, like, cybered out, not cybered out, but like cyber clothed little kid.
By the way,
Talk
quick
to him
comment,
randomly.
real quick, from Voodoo is the reason why the Sasquatch fight was too easy is because basically if you grind too much to the point, the difficulty doesn't begin to scale. The scaling is really off in the game. It's not perfect and falls off if you're over leveled.
It's broken. It's good to know.
So essentially the level scaling just doesn't work with bosses, which again kind of sucks. I think that
I
sucks.
didn't know if it worked on level scaling or if it worked on overall region level. Because as Cinnamon brought up, like whatever the fucking starting zone is, I forgot the name of it, is the easiest thing to go to. I can run through everything in there now, but I go to Pacifica or somewhere down there, and it's a little bit harder. It still is, and I'm level 32 on this character in max street cred. So it can be challenging, but it doesn't really feel like it scales well. But at the same time, in certain areas, it does. I don't want to spoil anything, and I'm not going to. There's one incredibly hard boss fight that completely fucking obliterated me, and I just felt like I wanted to cry profusely. So I don't know if it's an oversight on some bosses then, or if it's just you're broken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I got a lot of pros on this game. I really do. And I can't wait to talk about them because, oh my god.
All right. Yeah, I think we pretty much covered the cons.
Also, the Gorilla Fists.
Ridiculous.
Like the way that you the way you talk about the Manus Blades, the Gorilla Fist, really boring.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly,
you can pry open doors. I've done it once so far, and I've had it for like a day of play. But when you run up to people, you just kind of slap them. You don't get any cool animations. You get one sometimes.
I think they broke animation.
You punch them in the throat, and then you like hold their head and then slam it. But there's no noise, and it's the same animation over and over again. When you do it, you hear nothing.
I don't know if you played recently, but I think they broke animations for it because as the Manus Blades, you fucking, you pick them up, you stab them twice in the chest and lift them up and throw them. I had that so many times acquiring the Manus Blades on like before the patch, And then after this, the patch or second patch, I haven't had any animation of that. I think they might have broke it.
And the animations for me with the gloves, they're always broken. Like either my hands are too far to the right or to the left. They're never like onto the person. And the same thing like Cinnamon said, it's really annoying how there's no sound at all. Like it just happens and you're like, okay. Moving
I
on.
haven't had that.
Yeah, I think it's just with the gorilla fists, but there's like no sound design for the. There's no like. What I really wanted is a very hard metallic like thunk when you fucking clock somebody. Like I really want it to be satisfying sounding, and it's
Yeah,
just
or
not.
like a hydraulic, like a wind up,
Yeah.
and then just unleash. You know what I'm saying? Something.
But you don't get that, you know. It's meh.
No.
That's all
Also,
it is.
using melee, I wish while you're charging it, you're able to run. You cannot.
Yeah.
So then you basically just hold it, and then you walk at people. And then they just get a free hits, and then you hit them, and yeah, it does a lot of damage. But bro, I want to charge people, but I can't.
Yeah, this kind of helps it too. Kangaroo just said the animation on the rocket arm is fucked. So yeah, I think animation's broke.
Animations are fucked then.
Yeah.
Because I've stabbed so many people in the past 2 days with Mana's Blades, and I've yet to have an animation of, hey, I stabbed this guy in the chest.
The animations did break. The issue was added to their complaints on the forum. A lot of animation breaks midway cause the AI and COD are conflicting, and it applies the same with the audio code. Interesting.
Okay. All right. So I guess it's time we get into the pros of this fantastic game.
Yeah, we'll just go right back to the start. Cinnamon pros about the game.
So yeah, from the beginning as a nomad, I start, like I said, with the car thing. It really helps me. It explained to me like what my person went through. Basically, for nomad, you're in a gang, which is basically a family, and you wanted to leave. And the thing about nomads is if you're not in a family, you are an outcast, and no one likes you, right? And I was driving through town. My car had a bit of an issue, and I was in a mechanic shop getting it fixed, right? And I was talking to the sheriff of that town, and that's where I got all the information from, basically explaining whatnot. He did not want me there, and so I leave. I went to some top of a tower. Anyway, etc. It really helped me feel like it got me into it. And then I met Jackie, and we all meet Jackie in different ways, right? The whole beginning area is different for each three, obviously supposed to. And I meet Jackie. He's in like this. I meet him in like a trailer. We talk. You know, obviously they don't really like each other at the beginning, or V doesn't like Jackie. And you have to smuggle this package that you got into Night City, right? And so I'm there, and I'm thinking, I'm like, bro, this is totally me. Mexican, by the way. I'm sneaking through a border. This is perfect, right? I'm like, this is what I know. And like, you go through the border, like corrections office, and you talk to him, and you have to bribe the dude, and then you go through. By the way, the border looks freaking legit. It was so cool. But then, oh, you're double crossed. There's a freaking chase scene. You gotta shoot cars while they're chasing you. And then you make it. And then there's like that jump of 6 months. And then that's where it started. I enjoy a lot of it. Another thing, I wish the customization for clothes wasn't. I know it's random and it's supposed to be, but when you're going just for stats, you look so happy. You know?
Yeah.
And it's for everyone. I haven't found how I look yet, because again, I'm basically just going for stats still.
Yep.
But the driving could be a bit better. Overall, I like it. You can clearly tell when you're like in a different area, like an industrial zone. You can tell because the cars will be different. There are more big trucks. The people will be more scarce because you're not in the middle of the city. And I like it. The side quests are amazing. I don't know if you guys did it, but I found one where there was a monk right? But he was completely cybered out.
Yeah, and he
you
was
talk
talking
to him,
about
and
like his religion
you're
and all
like
that. Yeah.
you're like, aren't you people like anti-cyber or something? And he's like, we are, but the Maelstrom gang, they kidnapped me. They saw me on the street and they took me,
Yeah, I did
and
that one yesterday.
they forcefully applied all of these cybernetics, and they laughed about it. They mocked me, and they took my brother, and they're gonna do the same thing. Can you please save him? You know, and I'm like, bro, that's fucked. I'm gonna destroy these guys. But then he's like, wait, don't kill them, please. I like, even though they've done all this wrong thing, I don't want any bloodshed. And I'm like, fuck, fine. And I didn't. I just choked them all out, sneakily. It wasn't that hard, but I'm like, and when I got there, there was one bodyguard, and that was like, it was in like a shipping yard, right, full of like shipping containers. And I hopped up and I got in, and they are mocking this dude. The only reason they didn't um, cyber him out is because they were figuring out how to fuck with him. They were figuring out how to make the worst possible thing to put him through. And I was like, bro, that's fucked. But that's totally what I see these guys doing, you know? And just little things like that. I was like, that was a good side quest. It wasn't that long, but it introduced me to the monks and introduced me to how this particular gang works and what they do to people, you know, because they're the ones that completely cybered out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it just overall, it got me really into the universe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably my biggest thing. Um, and the little details they put in, like with the vending machines, you can actually buy food. I never eat the food, but I still buy it sometimes, you know,
True. Me too.
just because I like to see it. And I like it how it's three options, you know. And when like I first did it, I looked at it and I was like, ooh, this one has like a burrito, or this one's a more of a breakfast item, and I got it. Just little things like that. I'm a big sucker for it. Like with like Red Dead 2. Huge sucker for the the single player in that game. And I was really looking forward to it in this game, and I was not disappointed with the level of tiny detail and the little things they added. Um, and I read a good bit of like the shards you pick up, and there's some crazy stories,
True.
like for situations that you just missed, probably by minutes. But there's a whole thing, like with I went to go fight one of these cyber psychos, right? And you see this dead worker, right? As soon as you walk in, and he has a shard, and it's this guy named I think it was Bill and Frank, or Bob and Frank, and Frank is the guy that's dead on the floor, and he's talking to his guy Bill. He's like, "Hey man, can you take my shift? Because my son and we got these tickets, but I was only able to get it for this day. It was the only one that was available. We've been waiting. It's his favorite team. You know, can you cover for me?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, but you owe me." He said, "If you do it for this time, I'll cover 5 jobs, 5 shifts." And he's like, uh, Frank's all like, "Okay, yeah, fine, but can you get me some, you know, a little bit of puff puff, you know what I'm saying, to help to keep me awake?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, I can do that." But he's fucking dead.
No.
Right? The dude's fucking dead. And I was like, bro, no. I don't even know this guy, and I feel bad for him.
Yeah. Damn.
But then in other games, like something 76, um, or like Fallout 4, you don't really get that into it. You know, oh, this guy's dead. Oh well.
Yeah, there's a skeleton right there. I wonder what happened to
And
that
then
guy.
and then it gave me a purpose to beat the shit out of this cyber psycho, and I did.
He fucking
Man,
died.
I did, but I wanted to, you know, but with the quest leading that, yeah, capacity, not kill him. But I beat the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying, for Frank. But yeah, just little details like that.
Yeah.
I'm a real sucker for. Overall, I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. I'd say I give it maybe like a high 8. Still.
I'm pretty much following you there. The side quest is a very big thing for me. Like I had a side quest yesterday that, and this is kind of spoiled. It's not a main quest, so don't worry. But this side quest, it was like go find these, go retrieve these medical supplies from this guy, and it's in some rundown fucking building. And I go upstairs, and that guy stands there with a shotgun, and he's like, "Oh, get the fuck out! Like, why are you here?" and you can kind of like coax him down. And I was like, yo, dude, like chill out.
Oh, I did that
Um,
too.
And I pretty much, you take notice he was in the military and all that, and he was like, they
Yeah,
left
yeah,
me, they fucking, they threw me away like I was nothing kind of shit. And I was like, it's all right, homie, like you're good, like I just gotta take that and I'll let you get, like I gotta leave, but I gotta do a job at the end of the day. And the guy was like, I take these medications and shit like that, and I'm trying to like build shit to give to people that are like in his condition. And I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I was like, I'm sorry, dude, but I got a job. And he was like, fuck it. He was like, it's whatever. Just like, they're over there. And I take the medications and I'm leaving and I'm going down the stairs. And the guy's like, I'm just going to go sit over here. And then you just hear fucking like a loud ass gunshot. And I was like, wait. And then you run back upstairs and the guy fucking shot himself. And I was like, no. I was like, fuck.
Was this before or after you had Johnny?
After.
Because I don't know if certain things are added or whatever, but I liked how Johnny appeared randomly
Yeah, he
for
did.
certain things and commented, and then that made me think, like, was I able to do this prior to getting him?
Yeah, yeah. And like there's
And,
a
like,
bunch of
he
little ones
obviously
like
wouldn't
that.
have.
Same thing with the fucking I was talking to a couple people about your neighbor, the ex-cop guy.
Yeah, I ignore that, sadly. I completely forgot. I completely
Yeah.
forgot about it.
So, I went through that quest and it was like, talk to him later. I was like, okay, cool. And then I come back later. Yeah, and he fucking killed himself. And the cops were sitting outside of his room fucking like crying and shit. And I was talking to people like, wait, the guy can die? They're like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. Like, I was so sad, dude. I do not want that guy to die. But yeah, dude, just like the little fucking world building things. Like you said, the shards are really cool. And like, I also really enjoy the hacking game, the little hacking mini game. I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy doing that.
Yeah, it's really, I think it's pretty original, and you actually have to think about it. But as soon as you get it, you go pow 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 pow. It's
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
you
like
get it's like get good type thing.
yeah, and I really like that. Other than that, I do enjoy the combat a lot. I like the different variety of weapons, along with the different play styles. I think that's awesome. The storytelling so far is very, very good. It does keep me on the edge of my seat wondering what is exactly going to happen, and I have no fucking clue how this game is going to end. Like I'm sitting here like
Me neither.
really curious. But other than that, you pretty much said everything else. I do enjoy all the little things that can happen. I already went over my complaints, so I don't need to say much more about those. Yeah, I think that's where I'll leave it. Tyler, you're good. You're good.
Mhm.
Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna start off with the top. So we're just gonna go with basic functions first. Gunplay, fucking fun. Modding out your different guns, and the variety of guns are just overall spectacular. Melee weapons, there's a ton of melee weapons. I didn't know this till today. There's a fucking meat cleaver in the game you can use. And a machete. I didn't know this, but those are weapons, and they're fucking fun. Blade play, it's funny as shit to block bullets with a sword, but overall, blades are fucking great. Driving, I like driving. It has grown on me after I realized what to do and how to drift around certain corners. It just requires you hitting more buttons and being more in depth. Sneaking, fantastic. Hacking is one of my favorite things to do. I'm not even a hack character. I just use it though because it's fun to just short circuit somebody, ping people, know where everybody's at, take down these cameras, use this sentry turret, make it mine, make it blow everybody up. Right? There's a lot of stuff you can do, which brings you into missions. Side missions and main missions both interact with each other in several different ways in several different aspects. They both link up at the end of the day. Sorry, I had a milk burp. So with that said, the things you can do, even with gigs, there's so many ways to do one mission. Like you could double jump up this wall, you climb through this vent, hack the door, kill the guy, or talk to the person at the front desk, or talk to this person, they'll get you in, or they just have different abilities. So there's so many ways to go about doing something. I'm gonna use this mission as an example, but there's a mission where it's a side mission. It's just a gig, really. You have to break into this guy's apartment. Now they don't really just go, okay, here's the door, use that. Now they got a vent, they got a stairwell, they have 2 other floors to go on to get into this guy's apartment. You have an outside balcony where you can use something to crawl onto something, hop over, get to the top of the floor. So many ways to do it. And I really enjoy that because it really does say you can replay this game a different style over and over, about probably 5 times. I'm 50 hours into this game. That's 5 tunes, 250 hours, maybe 300 of gameplay. And it's with every mission, not just one. So I really do like that. On top of the world, now, Cyberpunk, the whole world itself, is set in a dystopian future where America went down the shitter, and Mike Pondsmith says it the best. It's, hey, this is what could be the world if we do not, change now. So the world is gritty, it's dark, depression's everywhere, sadness, violence, scared, and just overall abuse of people. And it comes into play with the world. For a bit in the game, I walked around. Like, I would have an objective 2 kilometers away, like halfway across the fucking city, and I would just walk to it to see what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Now, in all that, there were protests at several buildings that I saw that were there because they're protesting. There was just people on the street acting a fool, or a man slapped somebody in a back alley in a drug deal, or
The random
a man with a knife.
suicides.
That really gets me because I don't know if it's a bug or a feature. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bodies just drop and they yell, and you're like, is that guy killing himself or did he spawn up there? I don't know. And in this dark future, it really capitalizes on it. It really does. So you talked about that one mission with the cop. Now that really hit me. That's what made me actually really enjoy this game and get so much into it. Was because he's a cop in the shitty city where he sees all these shitty things and he has no outlet, nobody to talk to. He is by himself. And you can choose to help him, and it brings you have a side mission that where you can go to the graveyard, which is the crematorium, or I forgot the exact word for it, but it's where all the dead bodies are stored. I walked around that after that mission to look at all of it. You see everybody's name who was of some importance to you or some history. Jackie's in there, Boa's in there, and a few other people are in there. It really like immersed me with just walking around a graveyard for 20 minutes, just looking at, okay, well, these people are here. Where's this person at? Who the fuck is this person when they die? Everything interconnects, and the world is always building on it, but they just need to capitalize on it a little bit more. Maybe make the riots or the protest outside of one of these buildings spark into violence. Do something, because if they did that, the world would be so much more fluent and just vibrant.
Yeah, like if you did certain missions a certain way, like if you didn't kill someone, or if you did kill someone, or if you tried to, do something that changed this guy's mind, like, there could be riots, and then they expand to like a certain part of the island, and then the cops have to be more invested, and then you go there and you can just easily just get your ass beat while you're walking down the street, just something.
There was another mission that really made me realize it, and it's not really a spoiler, but it's something to just take heed here. So there's a mission where you have to help one of Silverhand's old comrades who's still alive, right? Because he's in depression.
Because I got depression.
But what does he have to be depressed about? Because he's this rich guy, and it gets into it, and you start opening up conversations, and you get to know more about it. That everything is not what it seems, and it's just really just a proverbial shithole of just depression of a city where it drags you down, it pulls you into the mud, and even the tallest people fall hard. And it's just overall amazing. The story has me in a grasp. I've done every ending for my one character that I possibly could to see if there was an actual true ending. And every time I played through a different one, the results it gave back really made me think, like, damn, there's so much in this game. There's just so fucking much. It just grips you. And it's so fucking enjoyable. I love every moment. everything that I have experienced so far has been flawless. I really your bugs. The bugs I do have are funny. I wish they would capitalize on more things, and I do hope in future updates they do. Because this is a game that, a year from now could be in a different state where we go back to it and everything's fucking different. There's just more love, affection, everything everywhere. And I really do think it will be like that.
Yep.
And
me
I,
too.
I cannot wait to see what if and when they add in the stuff.
And
Also,
the
crafting is
mods.
fucking fun.
Oof.
It
Yeah.
is.
Some comments people are saying is what we want is the Fable effect, which I guess, yeah, like how world affecting shit, yeah. One thing CD Projekt Red do perfectly is story and character writing. True, for the most part.
A Fable infect in this game would be so fucking. Oh.
I liked Nomad. I agree. It felt very lonely, like I was unwanted, and really loved Jackie because we became friends, and he had his mom. And
Agreed.
they were like my character's new family.
Also, they killed the only Mexican, bro.
And then Twin
And don't say
says,
that's a spoiler. They did it in the trailer.
I hated the preview switches for the hair color. I picked one that was my shade of pink. I love it, and what I got was black and cherry red. I also wish we could have had heterochrome, 2 different eye colors. Yeah, I wanted that so
Yeah.
bad.
But the genitals, though.
Yeah, but the cock sizes.
Why couldn't I give myself a 20-inch cock? And
But
also, I felt like if you were able to give yourself more, because like my dude's face, I thought it was cool at the start, but I feel like something's off when I look in
Yeah,
the mirror.
that-
I
that's
can't see
me,
my
yeah.
eyes. Like my forehead just protrudes like slightly over my eyes sometimes, and my
Yeah.
guy just looks constantly angry. But that's not what I remember it looking like.
so here's some things that I would like to see. One is like a plastic surgeon and a like a hair place.
Which was talked about
Yeah.
before.
Yep, it was. Some other things that this would be cool, like in GTA 5 and all that. In the filings, you can add your own music. I would like that, sort of like almost like in Saints Row, how they had the mixtape kind of thing.
Where you could choose your own songs.
Yeah, choose your own
I think
songs.
the radio for what it is perfect. That's a lot of good songs, though.
Yeah, but I just wish for the radio I could see what song was playing, like in
Oh,
GTA 5.
Yeah, you just get like hey, this song's on.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what the
This
fuck
is this station. I'm like, okay, what song is playing though? Like, another thing too, is I wish it was a little bit easier, if that makes sense, to pick a song. I don't know why the whole game has to stop for you to pick a radio station.
Yeah, or like slows down. It slows
Yeah,
down.
like I don't understand why you can't just do GTA like a hotkey and then just pick the radio.
You can, sorry. You just
But-
tap R.
No, yeah, I know, but
Oh,
like,
but you're talking about
yeah, like
Did it
GTA
slow you down
style.
when you picked a radio?
Yeah. Yeah, the whole world basically stops. And but yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. I think all 3 of us are in agreement. It's a great game. Very happy with what came of it. Of course, bugs are given with any game now in 2020. And we can just only look to the future. We're enjoying the time we have for it now, and I'm excited for DLC and modding. We'll see.
Beating the game, I really don't know where they're gonna go with DLC. I don't know what they can do.
You could do
But,
alternative stories, like
I'm waiting for it. I'm looking. I really. It's interesting because again, like knowing what I know and sitting here, it's just I don't know how they're gonna merge DLC in.
well, they can do kind of like the Dying Light treatment, where it's like, hey, this is done before the ending of the main story. Here's a completely alternative thing that's going on.
It's like you can go there if you want.
Yeah.
At any time. Just go.
So that's the kind of shit they can do. But I think for the most part, we'll leave Cyberpunk topic at like good game. Excited to see what happens. I think that's the best way to leave that.
Could fix a couple things.
Yeah, of course. P.S. There's already a mod to be completely butt naked. Nice.
Enabling genitals.
Have y'all discussed online? Me and friends have had a good convo about it. I'm not even going to delve into that. I have high hopes for it, but seeing the state of the game now, it's probably not going to be a year or two before we see anything like that. I don't know if you guys have altering opinions, but I think that's a fair
I
statement
agree.
to just
I
say.
think it's a
I don't-
hype train.
I mean, I don't know. Like in the current state, I think playing with someone.
The game would need to be a lot harder, in my opinion, to need to play with somebody.
Yeah. Also, just because like Dying Light, right? I felt like it was worse if you played with
A friend.
like 6 people, because that's how many you could play with. If you played with 1, I felt like it was alright. But the only thing I didn't like is, like in Dying Light, it tethered you to a certain degree.
Yep, you couldn't.
And if
completely
you
go, yeah.
played, like let's say I was playing in your story, right? And you did all the progression and whatnot, and then I went to mine, it could be like, hey, you have done all this. Do you want to just jump? And this is probably my fault, but I would be like, yeah, I don't want to do it all again. Let's go. But then I feel like I just missed so much
lot.
stuff because I
Yeah.
want to keep up, And then that's why if I ever did, and in a game like this you can do that, I feel like if you do have a multiplayer or co-op partner, it locks the main story.
Yeah, that
So you
or
can
it
just
level
do
scales
side quests.
between both parties. Like, hey, on your side, the enemies are this level, but on this other player's side, the enemies are this level because they're that level. You know what I mean? I think that's a good way of doing it too.
Yeah. Or if they do it maybe like a GTA Online thing,
Yeah, just a big open
can
world of people
choose
to go run around in.
what gang to go into,
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, just something.
Yeah.
Little critiques.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
I figure we'll leave Cyberpunk at that. That was like a good hour long, 50-minute
Also,
long talk.
I do have this GIF I want to show, or not a GIF, but a video.
Okay. So next topic was Call of Duty. So we can pretty much. I actually pulled up the season 1 stuff, which we can expect to see. Pretty much, it's more operators, more guns. They're bringing in the Mac 10, which was interesting. I'm really happy with all the shit they're bringing back, though. Like the maps, I'm excited for.
I mean, I'm probably gonna be able to give my opinion, but I haven't played the new COD as much as I wanted to. I haven't touched the multiplayer. I haven't touched the campaign. I've only really played what I played with you guys, because that's when I was in the middle of moving.
So, I have a strong opinion on it. I think that they're relying too much on the formula of Modern Warfare, and I think that's going to be their crutch.
Yep.
And that's something that I despise. 2v like 2v2 gunfights back. Okay, cool. Okay, game, whatever. Raid's returning in a remake. All right. Raid was my favorite Black Ops 2 map, so I'm excited to see how that goes. The other 3 maps, Nuketown just redone in a winter format, whatever. The Pines, that looks fucking good. Santorium, okay, looks good. New vehicles, whatever, I don't care. Zombies is really what pisses me off. I don't know if these are maps or game modes.
No,
New
it's just
game
a
mode,
game mode.
Crankton Zombie. New mode, Jungle Hell. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what, we're just gonna play Die Machine over and over again?
Yeah, I
gulag.
said this to you before. I don't think we're getting a new zombie map until at least season 2. I don't expect to get a zombie map until then. I think it's going to be a seasonal thing, by far.
I don't like that at all.
I don't either. But realistically speaking, what they should do is just their biggest downfall is what they did between the PlayStation and the PC. Is what they gave PlayStation with the zombies thing. Because PlayStation players have so much more zombie stuff to do than we do. Because they can play on any multiplayer map as a zombies map. But we can't do that. Because Sony said no. Which sucks, but...
Yeah.
Because they get to play Nuketown Zombies, but we don't. What the fuck? Very, very stupid.
The new operators, Zaina, Bulldozer, it's just cosmetic stuff. If you want to get into the cores of it, I only play hardcore on Cold War. All the guns are ridiculously overpowered. There's no time to kill is extremely over fucking hyped. The maps, all the ones that launch besides like maybe 2 are shitty. There's really no formula. Like they really just said, "Hey, it's classic COD. You be aggressive and have map that people spawn behind you still for no reason." And it's just as much of a fun as it was of me just again shitting on people on the proverbial COD ladder. There really wasn't much to it. It was just brain dead pickup, overpowered AK, sit back, one tap everybody, call it a day. That's what I did in Modern Warfare, and it still works to this day.
Yep.
If you play aggressive and play the way that the game's supposed to be played, well, hey, you'll do fine. But if you try to pull up a style and sit back and try to watch some areas move and just keep a control of the map, then you'll get punished for it. And I don't like that.
True. Yeah, Kangaroo says the operator looks like something straight out of the Division. True.
Yeah, this man looks like he just got done, like, fucking joining out of the Division. Bulldozer looks like he just got done in fucking Left 4 Dead.
True.
Like, I don't really know what their creative process is, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I still see the argument online, and it's a very good argument. Why, people should really only play this for zombies. Modern Warfare has more maps, more guns, more operators.
It's cleaner.
It feels better, yeah, cleaner, better looking. There's the only reason you would play this is Nuketown. That's about it.
And it's not even that good of a map.
No, it's not. So realistically speaking, if you want to play multiplayer, I think you should still just play Modern Warfare.
Yeah, like casual. It takes a whole mag to kill somebody depending on the gun you're using. They completely nerfed the FAMAS wannabe gun into the ground and just recoil's ridiculous. You have to be high to even use it. The maps again are boring and lackluster besides maybe 2. They just don't have a good formula. They're relying on classic COD, and Modern Warfare blew everything out of the water. It has better guns, better gameplay, better gunplay, and overall better map design.
Yep.
Like, I'm glad I get a gulag and 3 new weapons with this. So yeah, I got an assault rifle, a MAC-10, and a street sweeper. Yeah, that's what I really wanted. And 3 new cosmetics that onto it.
Yeah.
Oh, plus they're bringing a prop on. Who could forget that?
Which honestly is kind of cool. High key, I'm not even gonna lie. That's actually kind of cool. But... although with those maps, it's gonna be kind of short because there's like no fucking props in any of those maps. So. But yeah.
On you, I'm gonna win as a building.
I'm gonna play as the bus in Nuketown.
Also, speaking on that subject from before, I jump subjects. I know. Can you this video I just found? The most recent one I posted.
What the fuck?
You seen this?
Oh, it's just spawning in front of him.
Yeah. Well, no, not even in front. Behind him. That's when he turns around.
That's stupid.
And look after he turns around, it spawns 5 of them.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's so no bueno. And he's not even getting anything from it.
I think we could chop up Call of Duty talk as if you want to play multiplayer, play Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare. Play
Yeah.
zombies.
Give us more zombies. The campaign is good though. Campaign is good.
great.
Yeah. It's a
I
good
did
campaign.
hear good things about the campaign.
It's pretty good. Need more zombie stuff.
Need more
Please.
zombies. We've done the Easter egg. We've done everything. Literally.
The Easter egg was
Literally
pretty cool though. The Easter egg was pretty cool.
It was great.
Next thing was talk on the Game Awards. If you wanted to touch on that.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I hate
bullshit.
Game Awards. Garbage.
Oh my god, no.
Game Awards is an overhyped
So,
fucking stupid
I actually pulled up all the winners.
Yeah, let's see who the winners are.
Yes, please. And the nominees.
I heard Dream won an award.
Dream? Dream blew up this year. He did.
So
Good on him.
I'll start from bottom to top. Esports game, of course, League of Legends. Same with esports events.
Bullshit.
Content Creator of the Year, Valkyrie. Don't know who that is.
No idea.
It's a chick. It's a chick.
How
I
you
know
gonna
that.
win something when we ain't even heard of you?
True.
So it's
Best
a very
multiplayer
attractive
game.
streamer.
Valorant, Fall Guys, Call of Duty Warzone, Animal Crossing, New Horizons, and Among Us. Among Us won.
Among Us did it it was this year that it just kind of got founded.
Yeah, blew
right?
the fuck up. Yeah.
Among Us won Game of the Year. Is that what? it
No,
did?
multiplayer.
No,
game.
no,
Oh,
best
okay.
multiplayer game.
It
It's
deserves
good.
it. Small indie studio. Good job on them. They did a game that blew out of the water. Yeah.
And apparently they're saying they're gonna make it 2. They got a lot of money, like out of nowhere. It came out in 2018, I think.
Yeah, I disagree. Not gonna lie.
It's a game you can only play like a handful of times before like you've done everything you can. So
Yeah.
it needs more maps, obviously, more things to do, and then
A bit more mechanics. Dude, great foundation.
Oh yeah,
Great
100%.
foundation. It takes the twist on, again, like the find the killer, find the traitor type thing, and it's very unique as well. It makes it quicker pace. It simplifies it,
Yeah, 100%.
but it has its own flavor. Good. I feel like it deserved.
Yep. I'll say that. I'll agree to that. Best sports/racing game. Of course, NBA,
They're
FIFA,
all EA. Besides,
F1 2020 and Dirt 5, and then Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 won, thank God. That game was so fucking good. It's very underplayed. A lot more people need to play it.
I did watch you play it.
And they just added multiplayer free skate as well. So
Oh.
yeah, so now you can go and just like go to random skate parks, even custom skate parks with your friends online now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Best simulator/strategy game: XCOM, Gears Tactics, Desperados 3, Crusader Kings, and Microsoft Flight Simulator, which Simulator won, obviously. Best family game: Paper Mario, Minecraft Dungeons. Good game, by the way, Minecraft Dungeons.
What does that mean?
Like E for everyone.
Okay.
Mario Kart Live, Home Circuit, Fall Guys, Crash Bandicoot 4, and Animal Crossing.
I played the hell out of Animal Crossing. I did, like the first maybe month or 2. I want to sing it again, but this was when I don't know. I was just away from my computer, right? I think this was when I was having computer issues that I was.
I think
really
it was,
having
yeah.
playing it. And I was like, okay, cool, I got this.
So yeah, Animal
really enjoyed
Crossing
it.
one family game, obviously.
I don't know if you guys ever played the older Animal Crossings.
Oh yeah, I've been playing since the GameCube.
So the characters in Animal Crossing New Horizon seem very dull.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
There's no character. You know what I mean? It's all about visual now.
Yeah.
Sadly, there's no oomph. You know what I mean? Because in the other ones, I saw a video by Jaden Animations, and she described it perfectly. Like the other ones, you can have like a literal enemy that you hate just to spite. You know, but in this one, it's like, oh, I don't really care.
Yeah. Best RPG. This one actually is a very like hard decision. So it's Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royale, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. A lot of people wanted Yakuza Like a Dragon to win. Great series, by the way, Yakuza. Very underrated series. Oh, fighting game? Obviously, MK11.
Boo.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed that one. So, Final Fantasy VII won RPG over Yakuza, which is very surprising. Action adventure game. Now, here's where we start to get to the poopy area. Yeah. Action adventure game. The Last of Us Part 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Last of Us Part 2 won.
Don't agree with it.
Nope.
I thought Ghost of
Don't agree.
Tsushima won that.
Nope.
Wait, I thought you said they changed that one.
No,
Yeah.
that's not the one they changed.
Oh, yeah, bro. No. Ghost of Tsushima should have won that. Assassin's Creed didn't have a chance.
Assassin's Creed garbage. Jedi Fallen Order could have won. Good game.
Miles Morales, I haven't heard many things about it. I heard
Not
a lot of
too
stuff
many
about
people
the first
played it.
Spider-Man. Ori, the first one was absolutely amazing. I don't know about this one. Jedi Fallen Order.
Great
I
game.
felt like it had a chance.
It-
I don't
it's
think
too
it would have won,
generic.
but it would.
It's too
But it
generic,
would have
but-
stood a chance. Yeah.
Best
But,
action
man.
game. Hades, Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2, and Streets of Rage 4.
I think Hades deserves it.
Yep, Hades
did.
got that.
It
Yep.
deserved it. It was an indie company, came out of nowhere,
And
slapped
they
that
blew it out of
shit.
the fucking water.
Yeah, it destroyed.
Innovation and accessibility. Last of Us Part 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grounded, Hyperdot, and Watch Dogs Legion. Last of Us Part 2, got that.
Of course it did.
Okay, I feel like out of the. Okay, can you define innovation and accessibility?
Accessible, that means the amount of different choices the player has in the options menu, pretty much. Like, they have, like, for instance, Last of Us Part 2, in the accessibility options, like, there was, like, tutorial mode that, like, showed you how to do shit, and, like, a whole bunch of other features that showed you how to do everything in the game. That's pretty much what it means. It's kind of a weird award to give a game, but still.
So
Just make a fucking award for anything.
Yeah,
wait,
pretty
so
much.
is this a tutorial basically? That's
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Best tutorial?
Best VR game, Half-Life Alyx. I don't even need to say the other ones.
Should have fucking one more.
Yeah.
Best community support. This is bullshit, this one. So the runners are Valorant, No Man's Sky, Fortnite, Destiny 2, Apex Legends, and Fall Guys. Fall
I'll be
Guys
honest
won that.
with you, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, Fall Guys won that. They
What?
have some of the worst
No
devs
Man's Sky.
ever.
But No Man's Sky did what?
No Man's Sky has had such a comeback, bro. Like,
It
What?
has.
What?
yeah.
Personally, I think I need to. I don't know why, but if I do ever want to play it again, I need to make a new save because I felt like I just kind of did things weird, and then with them adding all the stuff, I just kind of got stuck when I tried to play it.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Oh, my buddy has
Um,
a G flying and just fucking spawning stuff. I'm not even gonna lie. to you.
Destiny 2, I don't know about their community. I don't know.
They don't give a fuck about their community, okay? They,
Is that
yeah.
Fortnite?
Yeah,
is that
Fortnite,
Fortnite
No
underneath
Man's
that
Sky,
thing?
and Valorant.
I'm not gonna go to a daycare. I don't care about Fortnite community. Um, No Man's Sky. Yeah, I feel like it was
Full
Valorant,
360, they
it's just
deserve it.
league. It's just shooter league,
Yeah.
honestly. Um,
Best mobile game, Among Us again, obviously. I don't know, man.
The
Genshin
actu-
Impact, I feel like could have gotten that too.
Yeah, but no, I don't feel like anyone plays it. On
No,
mobile.
no, but still, it is a
I played
big...
Among Us the first time on mobile.
Yeah. Best debut
Also,
indie
Legend-
game,
Legends
Phasmophobia.
of Runeterra, really good. It's actually really good. And
Really?
I'm not even saying that. Wait, which one's biased? Biased is.
I don't know.
Wait, I'm not biased. That's the one. I'm not biased against that because I know I play a lot of League, or I've played League for a long time. But Legends of Runeterra, it's gotten really good.
Hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So again, best indie game goes to Phasmophobia.
Okay.
I felt like it deserves that. I don't know what the other ones are.
Yeah, I haven't played the other ones. Karen, Mortal Shell, Raji, and Ancient Epic, and Roki. I've never played any of those.
No clue. Never heard of them.
So
I guess that's why I won.
Best indie game, instead of debut indie game, Hades, Karen, Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout, Spelunky 2, and Spirit Farer. Hades won that.
I forget All Guys is an indie game.
Best ongoing game, so No Man's Sky, Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, and Fortnite. No Man's Sky won that.
That's
Good.
actually really surprising. If you would have told me that like 2 years ago, I would have said you're on crack.
Yeah, right. Games
Yeah.
for Impact. What does that even mean?
Games.
I haven't heard of any of these games. Tell me why.
Tell
It
me why.
found Kentucky
Dude, I
Route
love the
Zero.
Backstreet Boys.
So tell me why one. I'm just gonna skip that one. Best
Dude, I love the
performance
Backstreet Boys.
goes to Laura Bailey, who plays Abby in The Last of Us Part 2. She did a good job.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
she
do
did.
agree. Like when it comes to just pure voice acting ability, I felt everything she was
Yeah,
going
like the
through.
scene where
Like, it was
spoilers by
so
the way,
believable.
spoilers for the game. But when you see the scene where Abby finds her dad dead on the ground, that was
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah, her crying. That was very well done.
Like I forgot, it's just a voice actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audio design goes to The Last of Us Part 2. Over Half-Life Alyx? Are you kidding me? What? To Doom Eternal? Get out of here, bro. Here's what I'll say about The Last of Us Part 2. There is a very cool and very awesome audio design, and that is the what are they called? the fucking whisper, with the people who click and like whistle. What were they?
Clickers.
No.
Oh, the whispers.
The whispers,
I think
yeah.
that's what they're called.
Yeah, that was super fucking cool.
Oh my god,
because you
dude,
can
that
actually
whole thing,
learn.
when you go into the like when you first meet them, because then
Yeah.
you're like, dude, what do these mean? And then as you watch and you listen, as you sneak around, you listen. Oh, this means I'm looking. This means I think there's something over here. This means everything's good. Like just by the whistling, that's so cool.
Yeah, like, and you can actually learn it and figure out what they're meaning and all that. I thought that, so that's what I'll say is that could be award winning. I'll say that. That's the only thing I can think of. The clickers, we heard that in the first game. That's not.
And I love how one person like sounds off, and then you hear it just go down.
Yeah,
wherever
down
the
the
player
lane,
is. Like
yeah.
it just goes down, like it gets further.
So this
away.
is the one
Like,
that
dude, there's
changed.
so many people. Huh?
Yeah, this is the one that was changed. Score and music originally went to The Last of Us Part 2. Now it went to Final Fantasy VII.
I mean, the music for The Last of Us, it hasn't changed that much. I mean,
Dun, dun, dun,
doom,
dun. Yeah.
doom, doom. Yeah, that's still the same thing. Like,
Yeah, like yeah, Final Fantasy VII deserves it. I'll give that. Best art direction goes to Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, 100%.
yes, finally, something. It wins something.
This is the one that made me want to throw my head through a wall. I hate this award so much. This is by far the worst award. Best narrative. So here's the runners: Hades, Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII, 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, and then Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2 won that for best narrative.
I don't
agree.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. I think the Game Awards are a fucking joke, and I think that they're just
Oh no,
purely
100%.
stricken developers and fucking people to make more money off their already fucking either A, terrible, or B, indie games.
Oh, just wait. We haven't even gotten to the worst one.
Oh, the worst. What's the worst one?
We'll get there. So the most anticipated game
More?
is Elden Ring.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
That's the new From Software game.
I know what Elden Ring is.
Yeah, it's made by
Actually, I
the
was
writer
gonna-
of Lord of the Rings and all that, and it's a From Software game.
I was actually kind of looking forward.
No,
to
no,
that.
I am
How do you
too.
spell it? L.
ELDEN space ring. So this is the worst award of the night. This one. This is the one that makes me laugh. The best game direction, which includes the best game director. Half-Life Alyx is under here. Hades,
Okay.
Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII, and Last of Us Part 2.
Mhm.
Last of Us Part 2 won that.
Mhm.
Naughty Dog won
No.
that.
Naughty Dog has
Agree.
gone downhill. Their company is garbage. Their games are garbage.
They gave Neil Druckmann best game director.
I don't care what anybody says. The Last of Us Part 2 was only made to make more money on their already overhyped game that the first one. Well, yes, it was an okay story. Should have just stayed dead, and Naughty Dog should really focus on other games and IPs and make actual good games again instead of rely on one game and then pander to
Bro,
several
I don't think
different types of
the
people.
first game won that award.
No, it didn't. So
It
here's
didn't,
here's what
but,
I'll
like,
say.
I would have said the first one had a better narrative.
I'm gonna go on a little tangent here real quick about The Last of Us. The Last of Us should have been split up into 3 parts. First part, perfect. The second part, it should have only been about Abby. Only been about Abby. From start to finish. It should have been Abby's story.
I'm not even gonna lie.
So
It already is. It
so
already
no,
is
yeah,
about
I know.
her,
But Ellie shouldn't have even been a part of it at all. Joel should have never. So the game should have ended with. So I saw this online. You could have had a scene where you play as Abby through the whole game, and you're like, how does this tie into the other story? And then the scene where Abby gets saved by Joel, right? That should have been Ellie. Ellie should have saved Abby. They should have been working together and started becoming friends. And at the very end of the game, you hit a critical point where you realize that she's trying to kill Joel. And you see,
Right,
like,
bro, that would have been crazy.
yeah, like you build this friendship with her, and then you get that feeling in the first game, like you did with Ellie. Like you have this little brat who's with you the whole game, and like at the end, it builds a boiling point where you're like, oh fuck, like I'm the reason that your dad died, and you're trying to kill the guy who's basically my dad. And then that ends to the third game, which is the climax between Abby and Ellie. And then that would give incentive to the ending where you're like, fuck, I like Abby. I just played as her through the whole second game. I don't want her to die. You know what I mean? And then that's why the ending would be a lot more poetic with Abby not dying, with Ellie
That
letting her
would've
go.
Crazy.
Like that would have been perfect because you would have been like, fuck, who do I root for? Because that, just playing as Abby for 4 hours to beat the shit out of Ellie and break her arm, I didn't
Like,
fucking
you know
care.
what's gonna happen. I'm like, dude, she just killed like that Asian dude, and like you think she killed what's his name?
Tommy.
Tommy. Like you
Yeah.
think Tommy's dead, and then let's like, you know, let's wind it back. What happened to Abby? And I'm like, bitch, killed her every chance I got. I just,
Yeah,
I
like,
just died. I figured out she was scared of heights because she had that like vertigo thing. I
yeah.
kept jumping
You
off.
just
the
get
shit.
jump off, yeah. But yeah, dude. So literally, I kept sitting there thinking of the possibilities Naughty Dog had. The second game should have only been about Abby. Make it the same length as the first game, you know, because then you still get to build that thing with what was the, was it a little boy or a little girl? I don't remember. The one that you meet. That's
Oh,
a
it was a boy.
Yeah.
It was a boy.
So you meet. So then you still get to like make it a trio. Have like the three of them, and then the boy ends up dying, and then that brings Ellie like, you know, closer to Abby. Like, it's okay. I lost my friend too. Like, I've lost people
Yeah, that
close to
one
me.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like you have that whole thing where it's like Abby has to go through, and then in the third game make it so like Abby has a huge conflict. You know, she's like, fuck. Like, I get it. She was trying to save this girl, but you know, she killed or you know, this guy killed my dad, but that would hurt Ellie, who's my new friend. Like, what do I do, kind of shit. And have like a huge like monumental thing where like Abby has to really go within herself to find out what she wants to do. And then, you know, she ends up doing it, but then she instantly regrets it, you know what I mean? Like, she kills him, and then she's like, oh fuck, like, no, I shouldn't have done it, blah blah blah. And then Ellie walks in and she's like, oh, what the fuck. And then that causes a huge fight thing, and you just see like a huge breakdown of both of them from both of their perspectives, and then it leads to a huge clash between them. Like, bro, make me a writer there, Naughty Dog. Hello.
Send this man to God.
Dude, honestly, like, think about that, how good that would have been seeing that play out.
Banging.
Yeah. And then to top this off, by the way, with the award shit, Game of the Year, Hades, Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII, Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing, and Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2 won Game of the Year, which,
garbage.
can I just point out, Doom Eternal didn't win a single fucking award.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not. It's such a good game. That was such a good sequel to a fucking monumental fucking game. For action combat games, it was nutty as fuck. And they brought back the old styles because that's what the players wanted from the original Doom. They brought back the old weapons that you really wanted, the fucking skills, the cool different fucking trees you could do, the different play styles. Like if you wanted to do more fucking up close shit with shotguns and shit like that.
Oh no, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and like the slow down time feature if you like the fucking snipe, which is what I did. And the fucking boss fights at the end of the game, the cool giant fucking things you would fight, and seeing the world like crumbling down as hell like woke and all that. Dude, that shit.
Shooting a hole into Mars.
Dude, like the whole fucking
Wait, was it
sequel.
Mars or the moon?
The Mars in the first game.
That was Mars,
Dude,
huh?
the second game was so much better than the first. They made it a lot more fast paced, and like the different pickups you can find, all the secrets and shit, and all the fucking like Easter eggs you would find around the map. Dude, it was such a good game, and I really want to replay. And the DLC is so good. The fucking Ancient Gods Part 1, dude. Oh my god. It was so good. And the music, dude, the fucking heavy metal ass shit that plays when you fight. Bro. Such a good game. So good. It by far, it deserved some award, but it didn't get anything, sadly.
Yo, just give it the Doom Award.
You're the Doom Award. Because he's too lit. He deserves his own award.
Yeah, Doom Guy Award.
Yeah. So Game Awards, shit. There were only a few I agreed with. We already talked about that. Game talks. If you guys have any other games you want to talk about, any other news or things you're excited for.
Battlefield.
Yeah, Battlefield. We talked about that a little bit.
What's the new Battlefield coming out?
We don't know yet.
Still
No.
no.
Oh, are you excited for that? I'm kind of excited for it. The new Elder Scrolls they announced like 2 days
I
ago.
don't like Elder Scrolls, so
No, dude, I fucked heavily with Skyrim.
yeah. I'm
And
like the only person I know that's
I
never
wish I
beaten
played-
Skyrim.
I wish I played more of Oblivion, but I was kind of young at the time. so I was like, me don't know how to read. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I have never been a Elder Scrolls fan. I tried playing Skyrim. I tried like 6 times, and I always got to the part after you talk to the king or whatever, when you like go up the fucking mountain and you fight that. I don't fucking
The
know.
Jarl. The Jarl.
And then there's like a weird like fucking abominable not snowman, but yeah, some weird fucking thing up there that you fight, and then that's where I would always stop playing the game every single time.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Such
I
a
just,
weird-
for me, it was the combat. I hated how there was no like, because I'm used to like Dark Souls kind of shit where you hit something and it looks good when you hit it. That game, it's like slash, 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 and it doesn't flinch, it doesn't move, it doesn't care that you're hitting it, and then it'll eventually just fall over.
How long did it take for you to play it once it came out?
I think, when did it come out? What year?
Let's see.
The thing with The Last of Us 2, the story is made up on a whiff. Neil Druckmann hated Joel from the start of the first game, so once he got the director's seat, he instantly had him killed off in the second game. They quite literally lied about the... That's what I wanted to bring up too, is the blatant lying in the trailer. They literally lie to you in the trailer. Because there's a literal scene that they show with Joel, but instead it's the fucking Asian guy who says the same thing Joel says. They just straight up lied to you.
Also, it came out 2011.
Okay, I played it 2015 and 16. That's when I played it.
Yeah, I feel like you waited a bit too long to, like, because you play like arguably more advanced things. I played it like a month after it came out because I wasn't able to afford it right away, and I got it for maybe Christmas, I think. And bro, it was tasty. It was tasty. I remember seeing the first trailer where like you go through one of these crypts and then you leave and then you just witness this grand openness and you see a dragon fly overhead. I'm like, bro, this is fucking crazy. This is nutty. This is absolutely disgusting. And this was my first major game into the Elder Scrolls franchise, as well as I'm sure it is for a lot of people, except for like maybe Dragonfall or Daggerfall or Oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for other game stuff, I'm gonna re-download DayZ. I don't know if you guys want to do that. I don't know if you still have it installed, but I really want to play DayZ. And yeah, other than gaming top, Project Harvest, that's going good. That's fun.
Yeah, we need to do more stuff with that.
Yeah, we do. I'm thinking probably tomorrow, maybe, if we can get a crew for it. If not, no worries. Yeah, I think we already talked about Battlefield, Call of Duty. I'm excited for what is it, Calypso project, some shit like that.
Calypso, no idea what that is.
The new Dead Space devs made.
Oh
that
yeah,
game.
you sent me that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
watched it yet.
That game looks lit. I'm excited for the Outlast co-op game. I don't know if you guys knew about that.
Oh yes, I did. I remember seeing it. They have not talked anything.
No, they haven't. I think it's Red Barrel.
About
They
the-
make those games.
Oh wait, I forgot something. I did. Fucking Dying Light 2.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Never coming out.
No,
Same. Remember
no,
Dead
they-
Island
the-
2, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Dead Island.
I actually rewatched that trailer like a week ago.
On the bomb and about to blow it.
It was a good ass trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That Johnny, not Johnny, Jack Black.
Jack
in
Black,
it,
yeah.
and that one guy from Breaking Bad in the van.
That makes me want to
Hear their voice.
replay fucking Dead Island. It's a good game.
I honestly, Riptide was really good.
It was just short. That's it.
Yeah, it was a bit short. I enjoyed it though. I played that one, like the new character, and I just ran around like one shot thing. It was cool.
And they give you fucking rocket launchers at the end of the game. And you just kill everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, last topic was Tombstone talk. I don't know if we actually wanted to talk much about Tombstone.
Crime update's coming out soon.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, big
sure.
old update.
Yeah. So
Might-
there's gonna be a lot
Might
of
make a
crime
criminal.
involved. Yep.
Oh no.
Armed robberies,
Honestly, I think
robberies.
I'm just because I feel like I've royally failed as a governor.
You
I
didn't.
think
Don't
I'm
say that.
just gonna, huh?
You did not. Don't say you royally failed.
I honestly, I feel like I really did. Um, I think I'm just gonna resign and give it to Tinker and say he's already won.
No.
I might. You say no, but I,
Do that, please.
dude, I just.
Then I gotta do a whole nother election.
No, you don't.
I do for his state seat.
What do you mean?
He's a state senator. I gotta do another.
No, I
election.
know. But
Don't-
like, bro, it's
I
just
beat him.
like he's already like wanting to do so much and stuff, and I feel like, just might as well just give someone else a shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just felt like my heart wasn't in it.
Hmm.
Holy shit! Justin Tucker won the game. Ravens won. I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, honestly, I'm enjoying Tombstone. I want to get it back to 2 full servers or get 1 sync at least. I know I've been working hard on it in the back. I've been trying to get a lot of shit going. It sucks that a lot of people have not wanted to do some certain things and have caused a lot of issues. But in reality, drama from Red M to 5M, not really that major, thankfully. There's like certain people that are like, hey, we gotta, eat up all this drama and make it.
It's just one certain area, and we all know what it is.
People are trying, like, we are doing an amazing job. Because the thing that will kill any community, any server, anywhere
Drama.
is drama. And I feel like we've done a really good job of squashing it. And that was our plan. That was our goal. I feel like we're doing pretty well. We're not collapsing. We haven't yet.
Yeah.
Really slow growth, and after
In almost a year.
and all the breaks that come up, it's spiking. It's gonna spike because one
Yeah.
sync's supposed to come out at the end of this year, early
Yes,
next year.
I can't wait.
And if that's the case, then all we gotta do is fix the broken script, set it over really quick, and we'll be fine to go.
And then we can just add literally anything we want. We already have
The engine
ideas.
opened up.
Yes.
I just gotta find what I want to do, bro. That's about it.
Honestly, do you want to
Oh,
bring
yeah.
Looney to the Marshals with us?
Wolfie's a bit.
I want to sit down. I do want to talk to you because I read your message you sent me, and I really do feel bad. Wasn't trying to fuck anything over.
Yeah, Wolfie's a bit in a rut right now. He told me to.
Yeah,
I think there's some sick stuff that us 3 could do, to be honest with you.
because it's like I sit there and I look at shit, and so here's what I'll say. With Marcelo, his high peak was the Black Hand time. That was the peak of everything he was doing because that threw such a nice change of pace in my RP, and I was really about it. Then that all crumbled. So now I sit here on Marcelo, and I'm like, no, and I'm not blaming anybody. It was great RP from start to finish.
Well, can we talk about that real quick? Because like while we're on Tombstone talk, I'm sorry to cut you off. I just want to let you know that whole investigation started out of spite because Johnson got a wink from fucking Ringo in a crowd of people.
Oh no, I know.
Really?
Oh, I
We
know.
literally said, "Hey, wait a minute, something's wrong here."
No, I know that. Yeah, their hatred for each other is what fueled that whole fucking thing. But I don't know. And I don't have anywhere to go with Marcelo, and I don't really know because I don't want him to be my criminal character because he's not a criminal.
He's
So-
just a bitch. No, I'm just...
No, he is. He literally is. So he doesn't like confrontation. That's what I've always set him out to be. So I don't think I'm gonna do any criminal activities with him in particular. I'm about ready to just like send him away back to Italy, and then just.
The state senator, don't you do that?
I know.
Another election.
So, and that's another thing too is I don't involve myself in that shit enough. I don't care enough about it, realistically.
I'll be writing up 2 docs tomorrow to help people along with it.
So I look at that, and then it's like, it's like I do medical work in real life, and I'm more than happy of sitting down with these people and helping them and getting their shit done. But it's like, this isn't what I wanted to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, it sucks with the predicament we put in because, to be honest with you, it all stems again from drama and just people not understanding things. They're getting very void. That's what happened with the sheriff's office. That's what happened with the doctor's office. So putting people in key places really.
Yeah, and I know I was the one who had to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that, it was going to go belly up, and I did keep it under control, and it's a lot better now. I'm very happy with all the doctors right now. They're all doing a phenomenal job. So, I don't know. And with Moon,
I feel so bad for Moon again. It wasn't an act of fuck.
No, and I
over, it's
know.
just like, hey,
and that's why I said don't take it the wrong way, because it wasn't meant to be like, you know, you did, you know, I didn't mean by that by any means. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck to do, because I will not do shit by myself. And
you can join the Marshals. I mean, we could talk about that.
Yeah, but then again, that's gonna be really wishy-washy if the Pinkertons come back. You know what I mean?
Good point.
So it's like, because then we have to blur that line of like, yeah, now he's a Pinkerton again. It's like, what? That doesn't make sense. So it's either he's a Marshal or he's a Pinkerton. You know what I mean? It's like,
Who knows?
become a bounty hunter? No. I'm not going to become a bounty hunter. Jonas is a bounty hunter, but I'm not on Jonas, so I don't know. I'm just in one of those things where it's like I got to figure out what the fuck I want to do. And I know there's a whole thing with the Mafia that a lot of people are doing, and that's what one of my other characters is into with a couple other players, and it's like, it's fun. It's amazing. And however, you know, I don't know, because I did set out to do law shit, and that's what I enjoy doing. So it's like, I don't know. I don't really know what I want to do.
We'll figure it out. We can talk about it tomorrow. Get some things going. We honestly should just make a game with all three of us.
We could.
That's something we haven't done. Like, I've been sitting here wanting to do a game. I have the character set up. He's ready to go. He just whispers, "The money in the bag."
Yeah, the midget guy and all that.
Yeah.
The default bandits.
Bandito.
I feel like there's a lot of creative room that we can do something very enjoyable. I just feel like we're all just getting out of that rut. Like, we all finally took a break from the server.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Hole. Hole's listening in. He's subscribed with Prime. Thank you, Hole.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hello, Hole.
Oh god, I love Hole.
Best dev in the world.
Yeah, Hole is a fucking legend. We love you, Hole.
Dude, I love Hole more than the average man.
True. But
And
yeah,
Hole,
I'll think about, you know, if I want Moon to be a Marshal or not, because he doesn't really do, like, prosecution or anything like that. It's not what he does. So we'll see.
You don't gotta do it. We have Highlight here for that.
True.
I've dictated rules to
Plus, I
everybody,
feel
so-
like my worry now is there's just gonna be so much unnecessary fucking drama for me
Word.
after all that shit. Like,
There will be.
because it's like I would like to just sit down and work with people, but I know damn well, for instance, like Murphy and everybody else, they're gonna resent me and not want to work with me and just make my job harder. So now I'm just like, yeah, I don't know.
Damn, we've been going for a bit on this shit.
2.5
Since
hours.
At midnight. I'm okay with that.
Thank you, Sam.
Hey, wait, what's our name?
The midnight snack.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
I thoroughly think this went well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I got to watch Monday Night Football and talk to the boys.
How often you want to do this?
I was gonna say weekly to bi-weekly, probably.
I'm down.
What day we thinking? Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays?
Probably Sundays is what I'm thinking.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because not a lot happens on Sundays. Saturdays and Fridays, that's more active for Tombstone shit. Sundays, not a lot happens, so. that could
If
be-
it is on Sundays, like today is fine, because I slept later. Could do it a little bit earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit earlier.
Are you guys inviting guests on? Yeah. We'll start bringing guests on. Guests, you know, opinions.
Maybe
and
like
stuff
the first
that.
couple times it'll just be us. till
Yeah,
people get bored.
100%.
Till we get bored of each other.
Yeah, till
And
I
then-
start hating these fucking guys. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
What time on Sundays? Oh, because main ops are on Sundays. I'll need to think. We'll see. We'll make up a time. This is the first time, first try. We'll figure out what day.
In
works
that
best.
sense, we could possibly just do Saturdays
We'll see.
or Fridays. Who knows?
One or the other. But yeah, eventually, I think like the third or fourth, maybe fifth podcast, we'll bring someone on. Just, you know, I'd say I think that's a good window, 3 hours, right? Each podcast, 3 hours, yeah.
We got a whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
We just
and
wrote
again, if
the
you guys
awards.
have any topics, I'm gonna make a Discord actually for the podcast. Just for, you know, us there, and then we'll allow anybody to put we'll allow people to put like live questions while we're on the air, kind of shit. I think that'd be cool. any topics or things they want to talk about with us.
Think of this more as a pilot.
Yeah, 100%. But I am glad you guys enjoyed watching, everybody. Thank you.
We don't have an exit. We don't.
We did have an intro.